Good old Giaric. Okay, I think we're live. Hello, listeners, viewers, possibly my mother if she can figure out how to join us. Thank you all so much. It is us, Dragons Great Gaming. You are joining us for another special one-shot of our Alien campaign, Frontier War. I am your host, the Great Unclean One. As always, be sure to stop by Facebook where we can get all the latest news for the show, and check us out over on Spreaker where we host the podcast. Leave us those 5-star reviews, help us grow the channel over on iTunes or Apple Podcast, wherever you listen, really. And check us out on YouTube. Subscribe there if you haven't already. We put all of our video content out there. And if you really want to support the show, you should be like our good friend Tony here and join our Patreon. We have a couple different tiers you can join at if you want to toss a few coins in the Dragon's Hoard, and sometimes get to do cool shit like this, play games with us, get early access to our shows, artwork from Kyle every month, all sorts of little goodies. So to all of our patrons, thank you. Tony, thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Tone.
Hell yeah. And other than that, let's just dive in. So we're doing a special one-shot tonight. You've heard me talking about it probably on some of the other shows. We are doing another one of our Patreon member games. Turn into Patreon and special guests at this point, but I had so many Patreon members that wanted to do this. We split it into Team USA and Team Europe. So we did our first one-shot with Distant Grey Gaming down in Australia. We did our second one-shot with Team Europe about 2-3 weeks ago. So now we have Team USA with actually quite a cast of characters tonight, which we'll get to in just a minute. So we're going to join Chimera Squad once again on another mission that's going on while our PCs in Cerberus Squad are doing their own thing. So if you are not caught up on the show, there are going to be spoilers because this is taking place in between missions that haven't aired yet, so you have been warned, but that's okay. Just suspend your disbelief and we'll dive in. So without further ado, let's hear from our players tonight. We'll go around the table, tell us who you are, who you're playing, who your buddies and rival are, and anything else you'd like to share about your character. And then if there's anything you want to share about yourself to the listeners and the viewers, go right ahead. We will start it off with Tim. Tim is a good friend of mine who I've known for several years now. A couple years ago, you probably heard me talking about our Warhammer campaign where I was playing a fire wizard who could never cast spells. Well, Tim here was the GM for that game, and he has been on the channel before when we played Alien, actually. So, welcome back.
Thank you very much. And I take no responsibility for your character not being able to cast spells. It wasn't.
There's no blame given. It was definitely not your fault.
It's the best setting ever. But tonight I will be playing Private Hassan Rakesh, and he is our forward observer on the team. He does have a rival in the name of Lieutenant Lance Corporal Yoshi Kikai. He has no buddies, much like Tim.
No, he doesn't really. Also, for those of us who have been keeping up with the campaign, we saw Rakesh in our first one-shot where he lost his left arm to an alien's tail slash, which cut it clean off. Luckily, the squad was able to save him and keep him from bleeding out, and you now have a new, basically mechanical, cybernetic prosthetic.
And probably an entirely new personality, because I didn't know this version of Rakesh before this.
Yes, it happened recently. Rakesh has started to get a little bit more involved with the missions and try to learn more about what the fuck is going on, because there are all sorts of rumors throughout the platoon. Nearly every member of the squad has encountered some sort of alien life form in the last few weeks since the Frontier War broke out, and Rakesh kind of wants to get to the bottom of it. He's also made a bit of a bond with one of the PCs from the primary group. That would be Private First Class Alexander Cruz, who actually has helped you create a little compartment in your arm that can hide a small like Shiv.
Somebody's gonna get shivved tonight. If I have no other promises to make, somebody's gonna get shivved tonight.
So you do have that, but yeah, you usually keep to yourself because of your time in prison. That's why you're serving in the Corps. But you might be coming around a little bit. I'll leave that up to you. So
Thank you.
all right. Next, also from that same group, unfortunately his camera's not working tonight, so we've got a picture of his character art up there. Joe was another member of that Warhammer Fantasy game. You guys probably heard me talk about him doing a fantastic German accent playing our beloved Philo and just causing all sorts of unrest. So, Joe, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. This is my plan. Whoa. You talking about Capsule?
Yeah, tell us about Capsule. Who is he? What does he do?
Well, hey, I'm a Marine, all right? Our galaxy's under attack, all right? And I'm attacking back every minute of the day, all right? Capsule will fight every minute of the day. But, you know what? I can't stand here and take all the credit. Sally, she takes a lot of the credit, too. It's a good goddamn gun, Sally. She's sweet. Real sweet.
And who's your buddy and rival?
Let's take a look here.
We actually should have some inner character drama this time because we have a lot of buddies and rivals, unlike some
Oh, my buddy Halifax. Come on.
And who's your rival?
Halifax. And my rival?
It's right underneath where your
Dubois.
Dubois? Okay, Dubois is not... We don't have to be playing Dubois, but you will be on the mission, so... All right.
Fucking Dubois.
Yep.
Good deal.
Capsule is our smart gunner, so you guys saw him in our last one-shot where he was really kicking some ass, so hopefully that will continue.
Keep kicking ass.
Back on the bottom row here, on the far left, we have Matt. Matt is one of our Patreon members and a new friend to the show and channel who I actually met at Gen Con this year. Him and one of his friends were kind enough to play in our Destroyer of Worlds game. 4 days of hardcore alien action, and it was fucking awesome. So glad to have you on the show, Matt. How you been?
Good. Was excited to meet y'all, and then I saw you put out the call, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm joining Patreon now," and and there you go. So I'm going to be playing Sergeant Frank Greene. I am the squad leader, and I'll be the team medic. And I feel like Sergeant Frank, he used to be a cameraman. He was like a combat journalist, and as opposed to being like Burnham, it looks like the team really liked him, and they convinced him to join the Corps. And ever since then, he's kind of been like a leader and a strong member of the team. So my relationships, I'm buddies with Lance Corporal Yoshi Kikai, which is on the team today. And my rival is Corporal Pilar Cavallo, and I don't know if he's here.
He is the Comtech Marine. Nobody's playing him, but he will be on the mission. He is still alive and well. So, for now.
All right.
For now.
All right. Okay, next we have Angelo, a friend of Tim and Joe's. This is really the first that we've talked a little bit, but this is kind of the first I've met him. But welcome to the show, man. How's it going?
Thank you. Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Hell yeah, man. Who you playing tonight? Tell us what's going on.
I'm playing Lance Corporal Yoshi Kikai. I am Lance Corporal Yoshi Kikai.
What's your career? What's your subclass?
I believe that is...
I think you're the sniper, right?
He is.
Marksman.
Oh, God.
Okay.
We don't like... That's our word. We just use dedicated marksman. Snipers.
Exactly. Yeah, it's got a bad connotation. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a dedicated marksman.
All right.
And I'm probably going to be the vice president for when Sergeant Greene runs for president.
Okay.
or at the very least, be head of his secret service.
He's a soldier, not an Alice in Chains son, okay?
Yet.
And who's your?
Yeah.
So we know Greene is your buddy. Who's your rival?
My rival is I don't like using the word dirtbag, but I feel like a man who carries a shiv in his artificial arm kind of speaks for himself, right? That's judgmental. I'm sorry. So, Rakesh. Rakesh is my rival.
All right, and it's
Actually
it's a tough relationship because you two often have to work together because you're the forward observer and the dedicated marksman. So Rakesh's job is to be your spotter, and then your job is to shoot whatever he spots, but you guys really can't stand each other. So, but this is the first time we've had the two of you on the same mission, so...
We have a job to do, okay? You understand that, Kikai? We have a job to do, all right? So just keep your personal feelings... All right. I know you want to fuck me, but just move past it.
All right.
Whoa.
Hey, I will never move past it.
Me neither, buddy.
Right.
Me neither.
This is real. This is real as fuck. This is the most realistic job situation I've ever seen.
Last and certainly not least, in the last corner over there, we have our good friend Tony. If you've been watching the stream and the channel lately, you've probably seen him on Monday nights with Scar playing Weird Frontiers, Lancer, and all sorts of stuff. Tony is also a member of the Patreon, who I actually also got to meet in person at Gen Con. And we crammed you and your buddy in for a 7-person game of Alien, which was some intense shit, man. So thank you for joining us. I'm happy to have you on, man.
Of course, thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this too.
Yeah, you actually got a sneak peek of some of these characters because these are the same characters we had at Gen Con.
I am playing Corporal Sarah Halifax, your assault marine breacher. My buddy is good old Robert Capsule. Always has my back.
Goddamn right.
And my rivals are Sergeant Frank Greene. I think he kind of lucked into his command, and I know I could do a better job leading the squad than him. And that pompous Nepo baby Private Cruz.
All right, so our listeners know Private Cruz is one of the primary PCs from the main campaign, and well, he said a few things that Halifax did not like. He basically made it sound like being an assault marine was easy, and she did not take kindly to that. She's kind of had it out from ever since. Recently, though, just before this mission, you guys were on downtime, and Capsule was trying to get a bunch of you to do a prank on the LT, and you guys roped Cruz into it. And when Halifax saw that Cruz was there, she challenged him to do something even more extreme, and then he said, you know what? Why don't we just fight it out? And he challenged you to a boxing match. And everybody was like, dude, you're about to get your ass whipped. And that is not what happened. He made you look a fool. Round 1, he beat you. Round 2, he beat you again. And round 3, you didn't even land a hit on him. And he just ducked and weaved and made you just look a fool. And you stormed off. Everybody was, cheering, and a lot of people lost money because everybody thought Halifax was going to whip his ass, and that is not what happened. So she has a chip on her shoulder right now. She's been training a lot lately. So
you keep using these nouns like you and them. Like, who beat who in this fight?
Cruz beat Halifax in this boxing match.
Okay.
And Cruz is a rookie. He's a private. He's new to the platoon, and it did not go well. So
yeah, fuck Cruz.
But anyway, that is our cast. I am your host, the Great Unclean One, playing Game Mother as always. And we've got an exciting one-shot here. We are playing one of the other side missions called Berserker Down. So we're going to dive in and see how this all goes. Now, I've already
Hail, Papa Nerf.
I've written a ton of stuff for these guys to read as far as what's gone on in the campaign, so we're not going to dive too much into that. But suffice to say, the last things that have happened is your squad, your section has gone on 2 previous missions where you've encountered alien life forms, and there's definitely some weird shit going on. The PCs from the primary campaign have learned of some secret black projects that appear to be going on along the frontier. The United Americas, which you guys are part of, are currently at war with the UPP, the Union of Progressive Peoples, kind of like Cold War Space Russia. And you guys have learned they have at least 1 or 2 black projects in the works. And there's other weird shit going on that it seems Cerberus Squad and now sometimes your guys' squad, Chimera Squad, has been roped into. Lots of rumors flying around in the platoon, in the company, along the frontier, and you're just wondering, like, what next horror are you guys going to face? That being said, recently, your ship, the USS Tambatam, went back to Mount Tithonius Station, which you guys can see right here on the map. That is where you guys were docked to resupply and rearm. And you guys had about a week of downtime to recuperate while the ship was rearmed. There was basically a US OSO, for lack of a better term. They brought in a comedian to entertain the troops for a while. The boxing match between Halifax and Cruz happened, and a whole lot of other downtime happened as well.
Dude, Halifax was she was dehydrated? Like, we don't know what happened, but, like, it shouldn't have gone down that way.
2 other major things happened. Sergeant Schmidt of the other squad got sent to the brig, and you guys eventually heard or maybe even saw he was escorted off base by a group of MPs, military police, and some of your characters probably heard through the other characters that Sergeant Greene was visited by a Colonel Spears, which is very unusual, and apparently is now working for him directly. There's rumors that he's even working for General Vaughn, who is second in command of the Colonial Marine Corps. You guys don't know the full details. You haven't had a whole lot of time to talk to them before you guys went back into cryo. But that happened about a day or 2 before you guys left Mount Tithonius and headed out to your next mission. So, lots of drama. Lots of politics going on. But that brings us where we are now. It is the year 2183, 2184, somewhere around there. The Frontier War has been raging on now for a couple months. And basically the UPP are starting to push and try to take over territories. There's a mysterious group called the Border Bombers who have been bombing colonies on both sides of the conflict. You've heard and seen evidence of biological weapons being used, and everybody's blaming each other, but nobody knows really who's doing it. Some people think there's a cult called the Children of the Two Divines that are up to it. The UA is blaming the UPP, and the UPP is blaming the UA. You guys aren't sure at this point, but you're starting to believe that there might be a third party involved that is not the UA or the UPP or the cult, but it's yet to be confirmed.
All I need to know is where they are.
You guys do know there are alien life forms, though. Not just, indigenous alien life, but you haven't encountered the xenomorph. I'll make that clear. Characters don't know about the xenomorph, but you did encounter what we would know as the neomorphs from Covenant and Prometheus. So you have seen alien creatures, and they are quite deadly. You've heard things from Chimera Squad, or Cerberus Squad, that there's other things out there too. Needless to say, there's a lot of weird shit going on. That is where we begin, as you guys are pulled out of cryo. It's a normal awakening. There's no alarms going off. It's rather mundane. But you see that it is just your section. It is basically the 9 or 10 members of your squad. Your staff sergeant, Sergeant Wilkes, is not there. That's unusual. And there does not appear to be anyone else awake. You can see, or if you guys walk past, you guys would see Cerberus squad is still in cryo sleep.
What the fuck?
As you guys
What
wake
I
up,
do to get this chicken shit out? This chicken shit out thing.
as you guys awake, you're hit by the usual fatigue of cryo sleep, dehydrated, dizzy, nauseous. Some of you
I puke
more than
horrendously.
others. So what we're going to do to start off, everybody please give me a stamina roll to see how you handle cryo.
And
Now,
stamina's a skill.
Yes, there's skills.
so everybody roll, then we'll go through. We'll do things step by step here, so everybody kind of follows along.
Hey, I didn't throw up.
All right, did everybody roll? 1, 2, 3. We're looking for one more. Capsule, we need your roll, please.
Hold on.
Go to the skills tab is where stamina's at.
Yeah, make sure you got your character sheet open. You see it? Joe?
Oh, right here.
I see you jumping
which
between the
one?
maps. Now you gotta open up your character sheet.
I have Private Robert Boomhauser open.
Okay, go to your skills tab. And then left click on stamina.
Okay, thank you.
Literally the words.
All that
All right, it
stuff.
did 2 for some reason. We'll delete that one. Okay, so if we look through our rolls here, we see everybody aside from Halifax has at least one success. That's all you need. If you have multiple successes, you can use them as stunts. There's nothing really you can do here that's gonna matter. But Halifax, you have the option. All of you have the option, but obviously you guys probably don't want to do it. You can see all of your rolls. There's a big green button that says push. This is another mechanic in the game. If you so choose, if you did not panic, you can push your roll. What that means is you instantly gain a point of stress, which will get rolled, and you'll re-roll any of your dice that were not successes. The downside is you're going to gain a point of stress. I would not recommend doing that here, especially before you're even in the mission, but it is an option to do. You want to save pushing for like those life or death situations, or, you know, you're trying to do something really important. But Tony, I will give you the option. Do you want to push?
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off for now.
All right. So maybe it's the embarrassment of losing the boxing match. Maybe you're still a little beat up from it, but you puke when you get out of cryo. You're nauseous, and everyone else seems okay for the most part. It is at this point, as you guys are coming out of cryo, you see the android of the ship, Roy. He is the command adjutant for the lieutenant. He often is with her side by side, acts as her advisor, and gives a lot of your mission briefings and things like that. He appears, he enters the room, he says, Sergeant, so sorry to wake you and your squad, but we have an assignment for you. If you could please get your troops ready in the ready room in 15.
Sounds very doable. You heard him, dogs. Throw everything up you need to throw up in that bucket. Don't get it on the floor. We're going to have to be cleaning the floors, and I don't want to do that, and you don't want to do it either. After that, you heard him. We're going to be in the waiting room. We're going to swing by and get that cornbread, because I don't know about you, but cryo sleep streams cornbread to me.
All right. So, the group of you make your way to the ready room. Perhaps you grab some snacks or coffee or drinks on the way. And you get to the ready room. It's where your lockers are. You get all your basic equipment, and you start suiting up. Roy eventually reappears, and you notice the lieutenant is not with him either. He is alone. And once you guys are... Well, I guess before you guys go to the ready room, you go to your briefing room, tells you what the mission is, then you go to the ready room. So he's waiting for you guys when you get to the briefing room. There's a couple chairs, rows of chairs lined up, kind of like a little auditorium. There's a pedestal in the front where the person usually stands. There's a projector screen behind them if need be, and he's waiting for you next to the podium as you guys walk in. Everybody starts taking seats, and he looks to you, Sergeant Greene. He says, "Are we ready, Sergeant?"
Looks like my dogs are accounted for. Go for it.
Very good. And you see Roy brings out a device which you all recognize as a holo projector. It's a little device that he puts on the table. He presses it, and basically a wireframe 3D image of a person starts to form, and it is a recorded message. And all of you would recognize the person that you see on this message. I can see we've actually got some of our players from the campaign on the stream right now. What's up, fellas? They're going to probably get some spoilers here, but so be it. So, what we see is a man by the name of Colonel A.W. Spears. And all of you would know, whenever someone has the designation AW, that means they are what's called an artificial womb soldier. It is a program the United Americas used to have, where they were basically growing soldiers in a lab and breeding them.
Weird.
Breeding
That's
them
so
for war.
fucking weird.
Now,
No, that's awesome soldiers.
Now, it is incredibly unusual for a AW soldier to ever attain the rank of an officer, let alone a colonel. As far as you guys know, he is the only one. And whenever you've seen him, he's always wearing a Marine baseball cap, and he's always got a big-ass cigar, and he's got a huge chin, and his eyes always just seem perpetually bathed in darkness from the hood of his cap. It's kind of hard to make out because it's a 3D wireframe, but this is the man that you would all recognize. The same man that supposedly visited Sergeant Schmidt before you guys left the base.
Holy shit.
So, he begins. Chimera Squad, welcome to Formalhaut, home to Golden Plains, a Weyland-Yutani farming community. It has recently become the latest target of these damn border bombers. Aside from exports of high-quality crops, Golden Plains is also the site for a research facility codenamed Cypress. This station is working on top-secret projects that are of the highest priority to the UAAC. Your mission is to access the facility and extract any and all research data from Mother. The site is crawling with hostiles, so we're attaching a new asset to your squad. Roy will provide further details. Roy will provide full details during your drop. I cannot express the importance and sensitivity of this mission. Do not fail us. And then he takes a drag on the cigar, the holo image dies out, and the message ends.
All right, Roy. What kind of hostiles is he talking about?
It appears the border bombers have infected the colonists. They have changed into monstrous creatures which will need to be eliminated. We don't know all the details, but it appears the same fate that has fallen Fort Nebraska and so many other of our colonies has happened here.
So, out of character, do we know what happens when someone gets covered in that black crap?
At this point, you all know, avoid the black goo.
But we don't know they turn into zombies and try to, tear to pieces.
Some of you on your first mission, Rakesh and Greene were on the first mission, you did see what you believe to be the results of the black goo.
Gotcha.
And actually, you did see some of it in the next mission as well. So you haven't seen anything consistent other than the black goo fucks people up and kills them or mutates them or has something to do with these aliens. So
Gotcha.
You would all know black goo equals bad.
All right. Do we have a what the compound looks like, a floor plan,
Yes.
where Mother's at,
You'll
last
provide.
contact,
You'll be
things like
provided.
that.
You'll be provided with schematics on your drop. The facility itself is underground. You'll have to make your way through the colony, reach the Colonial Administration block, and the entrance to the facility is within that block of the colony.
Are we going in by air or by ground?
You'll be dropped via dropship, ground entrance. And then Roy looks to the rest of the squad. He says, "Any other questions?" And you guys would know at this point if there's anything you wanted to ask. They usually answer it, or they try to.
So I lean over to Kikai, and I just kind of give him the soft elbow, and just like, black shit. Sounds bad.
Yeah, they
Bad shit.
every time I've ever heard of that stuff getting dumped on a place, everybody dies. Nobody survives that crap. It's total death.
Sergeant can read. I didn't think I could. Thank you, Sergeant.
Roy interjects and says, obviously you'll have all your standard gear and equipment, but considering the hazardous nature of this, you will also be provided with hazmat suits. Anything else you'd like to requisition from Mother? Now's the time. Wheels up in 10. And at that, he exits the room. You guys know it's your time to go get geared up. If you'd like to try to requisition any other gear from Mother, you can attempt to. Otherwise, I will add some hazmat suits to your sheets, and we will move on.
All right. So while we're gearing up, I'll be like, so basically, if someone got slimed by this stuff, they're likely going to be very hostile, almost like zombies. They're going to try to eat your faces. I don't know if they can use guns, but they may try. We've heard of some of them survive and turn into like revenant zombie monster things. You are more than, unless they are clearly not hostile. If they're remotely hostile in whatever way, shape, or form, they are free kill on this mission. Don't hesitate, just kill them. If they seem like they're sane, maybe they were indoors, maybe they didn't get slimed by that crap. But otherwise, they're very hostile and very dangerous.
Question, my sergeant.
Yep.
Kikai, do you consider him sane? Because
very sane.
Very sane.
Like,
okay. Well,
I'll explain the difference. Okay, so
no need.
observing and shooting, and then there's eating your face, and these are two totally different experiences.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Rakesh, it's gonna require empathy to determine who's infected or not. So why don't you sit back and let those who have that trait determine such.
I will sit back and I will spot your targets for you, Kikai.
You do that.
I will do that.
All right. Is there any... I've added the hazmat suit to your character sheets. Make sure it's listed as active. You can wear it over your armor. You guys have military-grade hazmat suits. They're designed to fit over your armor. Make sure your armor is equipped as well, because you want to be able to use your armor if you take any damage. If you find that your character is over-encumbered, you may wish to consider leaving some gear behind. If you are over-encumbered, that means that if you are in combat and try to run, there's a chance you won't be able to run because you have too much stuff, or you have to drop something in order to run. So keep that in mind. You can certainly go into battle encumbered. I would not recommend it.
I don't know if something is equipped or not, like my BDUs.
It'll be under active rather than
active.
inactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Your battle dress are your fatigues. Your helmet's part of the armor. The high beam shoulder lamp is part of the armor. It's just like the armor in Aliens. It's the same thing the Marines were wearing. Your individual Marine pack is your backpack, and that has your med kit.
But if I want to equip my hazmat suit, that's in inactive. What do I click?
You just left click on the icon, It'll move it.
Left click.
Yeah, left or right click. It'll move it between active and inactive.
Gotcha.
And your armor may also be down there at the bottom. Mine was.
Yeah, if it's in the foot locker, that means it's currently not on your character, but it is equipment that you do have access to. Don't worry about the pressure suits. You guys aren't going in space. You won't need those.
But inactive means it's still on me. I'm using it. It's just not.
You're carrying it. You're just not actively using it.
Oh, shit. All right. Sorry.
So with that in mind, is there anyone that wants to requisition anything special from Mother?
Can I get some nap relief?
The Sarge has nap relief because he's the medic.
Okay.
So she would.
I do, but I don't know what it is.
Nap relief is the drug that reduces your stress to 0. You would normally have 1 dose for each Marine, so you should have.
Okay. I got 5.
Well, technically for the other Marines too. So.
Gotcha.
It's like 6 or 7, but she usually would not issue more than that because you guys all know, especially Greene, because you're a medic, it's highly addictive. If you take more than 1 per shift, there's a chance you can get addicted to it. Now, you can try to get more, but she may deny your request.
Go for it.
I'm not trying to make our team into addicts.
Okay.
Fair enough. Can I ask for some, like, the equivalent of, like, claymores?
Yeah, I'm seeing an extreme lack of explosives here.
So basically, when you try to requisition something from Mother, you're dealing with a computer. You have to basically type in commands and request. And you guys all know that you, especially Rakesh, you know, because your character doesn't really like doing things the normal way. You know that there's certain ways you have to try to word things for Mother for her to even, like, consider things. So you have to give reasons for why you want something like that. So if you just ask for a claymore, she just says denied.
Nine. All right. Mother, please, I would like something to protect me when I am looking after Kikai. I have my eyes faced forward, like a good forward observer. Something to watch my back. Explosives is how they did it in the 20th century, but maybe you know better. I don't know.
Mother again says, request denied. Squad mates provide adequate cover fire. Secondary asset being attached to squad will prove more than adequate.
Thank you, Mother. I would like you in the future to meet and talk with my squad mates, but I appreciate in the meantime. Thank you.
Mother's so confused.
Anyone else?
Do we have? I'm assuming we still have the underbarrel grenades that go with it. They're just not listed.
Yes. So
Okay.
if you have a M41A pulse rifle, it has the underslung grenade launcher. All of your guns should have 2 reloads, so be sure they're listed on your inventory. That's a clip of ammunition. You can have at least 1 grenade for your grenade launcher. That's no problem.
Do they have anything like ballistic or riot shields?
Yes, Halifax has one being an assault marine. It's part of her standard kit.
Okay, good deal. Because we need a front person. Okay. Also, these things will try to probably jump on us. Eat our faces. Eat our faces.
Oh, yeah. I think I might want to requisition something then if that's the case, because I got a what is this, RMAT M42A scope rifle, which is great. But if something's up close to me, I'm probably gonna want something a little bit more, right? Like if
That's Jamie for a friendly.
They've you can get a pistol. That wouldn't be a problem.
all right.
The M43A.
Or a knife if you want a melee weapon.
Yeah, no, I've heard about the acid blood and
Well, the zombies don't have it.
You guys actually haven't.
We don't know about the
None of
zombies.
you have heard anything about acid blood. None of you in the entire platoon have encountered the true xenomorph.
Yeah. So yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. So we don't have any hand weapons at all, do we?
Gotcha.
So if
Sorry,
you
I
want, yeah, if
thought
you
I-
want something up close, either be a knife for melee or a pistol if you want something that's not
I'll take
as
yeah.
unwieldy.
I'll take a pistol.
Pistol. Okay, I'll put it on your character sheet. Here you go.
Yeah, and I could definitely use a knife because what Marine doesn't have a knife?
Yeah, it's funny they don't always give you all that stuff. You're also, guys, you're free to get this stuff yourself if you wish, but I'll do it for you right now. If you go under
How do
the
you do
gear
that?
tab or the items tab, it's a little suitcase. Go under gear and then weapons, and you can probably figure it out from there.
Ah, okay.
Just drag it from the folder onto your character sheet.
Ooh,
Chris, are there-
fire axe.
Grab a knife too.
What was that, Tim?
Chris, I was gonna say, are there any like attachments or anything like that I can get for the M41? Like
It's already got the underslung grenade launcher. You can
Right.
swap that for an underslung incinerator.
No, I like the
Ooh.
grenade launcher, but like any like quick scopes or
No, there's nothing really like that. No, you have to have like a
Nothing like
specialized weapon for that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I would like to requisition some M72A1 star shell flares if possible.
Yes. You can get those. We'll say you get 3.
Do we have means to like breach doors?
You do not currently.
Okay, we definitely could use some cutting torches because we don't know if there's power on the facility we're going into.
Yeah,
we may have to cut the door.
cutting torch, Mother will let you take. That's no problem.
Okay, and do they have like almost like a universal key card or a skeleton key, or do we have access to their coding so that we can use their doors if they are functional?
There is no universal key. Those are the types of things you have to usually figure out during the mission.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to provide you, but you will have schematics of the base, and
Okay.
you'll probably be able to figure out how to get in. Also, if you do ask for anything like that, Mother once again says secondary asset being attached to squad will be sufficient.
And the secondary asset is
They haven't told you. They just said there's a
Okay.
secondary asset that's being attached to your
didn't know
squad.
if it was Roy.
No, Roy does not go on missions. He stays on the ship.
Okay.
And he will be in contact with you. Like I said, you do notice that your staff sergeant, who's the leader of your squad, is not here. He's still in cryo.
Is he still in cryo?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so is the lieutenant, which normally the lieutenant is the one that gives you guys these missions, so that is unusual. Although on the last mission, she was also in cryo, and you guys got orders from Colonel Spears, which is weird. Very unusual.
Just a quick question. How do I know if I'm encumbered?
On your character sheet, go to your inventory. There's a big bar at the top. If it's red and flashing, that means you're encumbered.
Okay. How would I put something into my footlocker?
Right-click on the little pencil icon to the far right, and you can do move to locker, or add to locker.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
Any other gear, or are we good?
I
think
am
gotta-
good.
I think I gotta put some stuff away because it looks like flashing.
And you might have to be encumbered just because, based on your strength, that'll determine your carrying capacity. So some of you are stronger than others. So,
Yeah, and your rifle's probably super heavy.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
the armor,
Kikai.
the hazmat suit, and the weapon alone are probably making up a bulk of your weight. So,
And Kikai, the weight of your conscious by itself must be tons.
So the armor's a pound, the hazmat suit's 2 pounds.
all right.
And
Well,
what are the consequences of being encumbered again? I'm sorry.
if you attempt to run while you're in combat, you have to make a mobility test. Otherwise,
Okay.
if you fail, you either can't move or you have to drop items until you're unencumbered and then you can move.
Okay.
So it really only affects you in combat, but obviously, you're carrying a bunch of shit on you too. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Better walk in combat.
All right. So, so with that in mind, you guys have finished your requisitions. You get to the drop hangar. What is going on, Joe? We get a lot of background noise from you, man. All right, I think that's done. And it looks like part of the stream just froze up. Hold on. What the fuck? All right, I will fix that while we continue here. Sorry, viewers, I'm not sure
I'm actually broadcasting live.
what happened.
Yeah. And they actually just canceled the broadcast because of our activities.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna have to mute him for a minute here. Okay. All right, sorry, the camera's got all fucked up here. Let me just do the old switcheroo like Scar taught me. Look at that, Scar. I'm putting your knowledge into effect. Getting people back online. Okay. So, you guys head to the hangar, and you can see your dropship, which has been named Friday the 13th, is being prepped. Your pilot, Lance Corporal Karen Eckhart, and her crew chief, Petrovich, are getting things ready. And you see a large, you see a dead drop pod is being prepped as well. Basically, it's like a drop pod from 40K, which is unusual. And you guys, Eckhart's like, all right, load up. We're dropping in 5.
Wait, did you say Eckhart or do you mean Roy?
Eckhart, she's your pilot.
Oh, okay. That same Eckhart? Or wait, I wouldn't know that anyways. Yep, let's go.
All right.
Loading up.
So you guys load up. The entire section is here, minus Sergeant Wilkes. And you guys feel, after the ramp closes, the dropship is moved into place. You can feel the crane moving it. The shuttle bay doors open up. And then the dropship is lowered. And then you feel that sensation as you guys drop out of the keel side of the ship and go screeching towards the planet. And it's a rough, bumpy ride, but you're all used to it at this point. And you eventually start making your way down towards the planet. Eckhart is keeping track of everything here. And oh boy, hold on. Something just got messed up again. What is going on here? Sorry, something keeps fucking up on the stream. There we go. Okay. So, you guys drop down towards the planet, and as you're making your way there, you guys can see the planet. At this point, Roy starts downloading the schematics to you, Sergeant Greene, to your PDAP. So you have a map of the colony, which I'm going to bring us all over to right now. And let me give you guys vision, because it probably doesn't have it yet. So before you guys pull a Sean and bitch at me. There we go.
Can you please just fucking kick this guy off the fucking audio?
I actually have him muted, but yes, I can. It's going to fuck up our cameras. That's the problem.
Oh, you can actually click on him and then hit mute on his stream.
I can.
And it'll mute him individually inside.
There we go. Server mute. Okay. All right, done. Is that good?
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. Yep.
Yep.
No problem. Okay. So, sorry, folks. I'm not sure what's going on Joe's end. He's been having a lot of technical issues today, so we might be down a player, but that's all right. Okay, so you make your way here. So you guys see this. You see this diagram of the colony, and they told you that the entrance to the lab is in the Colonial Administration block. Eventually, your dropship breaks through the atmosphere. It's a bit of a bumpy ride, but you eventually hit the ground. The back of the drop pod opens. Or, I'm sorry, the dropship opens up the back ramp, and you guys can see the world itself looks somewhat Earth-like. It doesn't look like a lot of the dead rocks that you guys usually visit. There's vegetation, or at least there was. You can see that this looks like a typical colony, like Hadley's Hope. There's the typical buildings. This is a Weyland-Yutani colony, so you see their logo all over the place. And unfortunately, though, as you guys land, you can see that everything is coated in this black, gooey substance. It looks like a bomb went off. And everything is stained. You can see this colony, which is renowned for its golden fields of wheat, are black and dead and rotted. What do you all do?
First thing, I'm going to have our sea burn specialist check to make sure that stuff's inert. And it's not going to, like, eat through our boots or something.
Okay, so yeah, Dubois starts pulling out her gear. She's like, there's no radiological readings here. This isn't radioactive or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure this is the same stuff we saw on the ship, which was, she's referring to the first mission you guys were on, which was it's called the Nanshan. It was another military vessel you guys were sent to explore.
Yeah. All right. So are we dropping down by the gate?
So you guys are basically a little ways out, maybe about a mile to the west of this this gate. So you guys are like basically out in an open field, and yeah, it's eerily quiet. You hear no sounds of any animal life. There's no wind. As I said, the crops are just dead and rotted. It's not a great look.
Well, Marines, like I said, this stuff kills everything. Anything that's left alive ain't human anymore. Right? No birds, no bees, and if there are, those birds are gonna like be wild, crazy birds. Right? So we'll move up on the town quietly. Standard wedge formation.
Actually, I forgot, Matt. One other thing when you guys were getting your gear, Roy would have come over to you, and he hands you a small device. And you realize it's basically like a laser pointer, basically.
Okay.
Military grade style. You've seen these before. And he says, Sergeant, this is the homing beacon to direct your secondary asset.
Which is?
It's referred to as a Mox unit. They are a new asset the UA is deploying to deal with these types of threats. You are expected to encounter heavy resistance from the infection down there. The Mox will be used to clear the path, but it is extremely dangerous and extremely aggressive. Use this to point it in the right direction.
Oh,
Make sure your squad is not in the line of fire. I cannot stress this enough.
Alrighty.
None of you have ever. Well, he's only saying this to you, and he tells you whoever's your best marksman would be best suited for this.
All right. Now, is this unit with us, or is it on the drop ship?
It'll be dead dropped alongside
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Once you are situated on the ground and you're ready, let me know, and we'll send it in.
All right. We're gonna advance towards the city then.
Okay. Do you?
No, because
Do you go towards the city now? Do you call the Mox in yet? What do you do?
What was our drop time?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it in then, if it takes 30 minutes for that damn thing to drop in.
Yeah, well, that thing's faster because it's like a drop pod. It shoots out of the ship. But you guys flying down, so...
Okay.
But yeah,
we'll go ahead and call it in.
Okay.
But I'm just going to, like, point it towards the town.
Okay.
and see if it'll just drop it in the town.
Are you going to use the homing beacon for it?
No. I'll hand it to. How heavy? Like, is it like large, or is it?
You hold it in two hands, but it's maybe about that big.
Okay,
basically it's a glorified laser pointer.
Okay, cool. I'll hand it. Oh wait, he's just dropped out of the speed potentially. We lost our smart gunner. Not good. And our marksman is overweighted. How about our forward observer? I'll look over at him. You want to aim this at the enemy?
Nothing would do more pleasure, sir.
Yeah, you've never. I mean, you've seen things like this, but you've never seen one like this before, Rakesh. It's unusual.
So
The actual the laser detonator, or
Yeah, I mean, you've seen devices like this, but never this exact one. It's weird.
that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it'd give it like a look askance, okay, but it's a laser painter. You want me to?
Yeah.
I'll paint the laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
paint the city. Apparently, it's going to call in some type of strike. It might be a robot or something.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to move around wherever you point this thing and kill things.
You've
Don't point it at anybody like us.
You outrank me. I will happily paint a laser on a target. That is my job. Yes.
Should work the same as when we drop bombs on places. So I figure you're well versed in it.
That's what I expect is going to happen.
Yeah.
A bomb will drop. Yes.
All right. So you call Roy over the comms. You tell him, okay, we're ready for the drop. And he says, affirmative, unit deploying now. And a few minutes go by, and then you guys see arcing through the sky is the trail of the dead drop pod being dropped from the Tambatam onto the planet. It comes crashing through the atmosphere, and it crashes into the ground. And this thing is about the size of a semi-truck cab. All right, it's about that tall. It's pretty big. This thing lands with a thud. It reverberates. You guys are probably at least a quarter of a mile away from where it lands, and you guys can feel the impact when it crashes into the ground. The pod opens up, and lumbering out is a device that none of you have ever seen before. It is a bipedal, it looks like a bipedal either suit of armor or a mech. It's probably a good 10-ish feet tall. It looks fully armored and enclosed. On its left, each arm ends in like a mechanical claw, with two pinchers, kind of like a power loader. On the left arm, it's got a massive minigun, which you guys recognize is the same type of gun that's mounted on the nose of the dropship, to give you guys scale. On its right arm, it has a similarly sized weapon that you can tell is an incinerator flamethrower unit, and it also looks like it's got an underslung grenade launcher underneath that arm. And this is what you see. It's kind of like a whitish, grayish color. That is what comes stomping out of the drop pod.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a kill bot.
And you hear Roy over the comms, unit deployed. Are you ready for activation, Sergeant?
Go ahead and tell him activate.
Rakesh, after painting the target, he just kind of recoils and with a furrowed brow, kind of looks back at Sergeant this is what you wanted, right?
Yep. That's gonna kill all those zombie things.
All right.
We just got to make sure it doesn't go down and get overran.
So the unit begins to power up. You can hear mechanical servos whirring, and that's probably about it because you guys are kind of far away. But if we were up close, we would hear it whirring. We would hear other weird sounds coming from it, and it begins to move. And you can tell it's obviously scanning. And Rakesh, I'll need you to make a straight ranged combat roll here to paint a target for it.
Right.
Okay.
1-6.
That's all you need. One success. So you, is there anything particular you paint, or just generally in that direction?
Yeah, I feel like it's a more general kind of thing because I don't know exactly what the sergeant wants here.
Okay.
Apart from just like, yeah, put the thing on target as far as, what I understand.
Put it in the city.
All
It's
right.
going to take care of the rest.
Yeah, something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a pretty general area. Like, put it in the city. Yeah.
All right. So it starts marching with purpose at a decent pace. You guys can hear it slamming from all the way from where you guys are. And as it starts to approach the gate, you see that it just runs up to the gate and it grabs it with the two claws and just rips the gate clean off the hinges. And once this happens, you can hear some noise, and Kikai, with your scoped rifle, you can probably see from a distance. You can see some shapes beginning to emerge from the colony, moving towards the direction of this thing. And I'll put it on the map here so we can just have a spot where it is. And then you can see that it stops, and it clearly looks in the direction of some of the targets coming towards it. And then you guys hear the minigun just rip open, and it starts shredding through some of these figures. What do you guys do?
All right. I'm gonna if we're as long as we're not in combat, I'm gonna open some orders up. I'm gonna give an order to Rakesh to paint targets at will, and I'll give an order to our sniper to fire at anything that gets too close to the mocks, because we don't need this thing getting overrun and knocked over or turned around.
Okay. So go ahead and make your command roll. So making an order is something that anyone can do in this game. Basically, what it allows you to do is you make a command roll, and for every success you have, the person that follows that order gets to roll bonus dice. Unfortunately, Sergeant
Both my rolls.
Sergeant West is not doing too hot here, so no
Not hot
bonuses
here.
for either of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Just threw 0 on 7 twice.
So you eventually you lose sight because it goes behind the wall, and it's you might be able to see the top of it, but you can't see what it's actually doing. But you guys can hear this thing is fighting. What do you do?
We're going to advance so that we can keep it on target.
All right. So I'll put you guys on the map here too, so you guys will have tokens that you should be able to move around. So just check that as I do here. And,
Did it go to the left or to the right?
it's over here. We'll get to that in a second. Let me put you guys on the map. Halifax and Rakesh. There you go. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me fix one thing on your tokens so we can make sure we see everybody's name. All right, here we go for the sergeant. And Halifax, I'm going to give you a new token real quick here. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody see their tokens? Can you move them?
I have a big overlay of the suit.
Oh, just X out of that. It's just a, it's like a window. It's
You're
like a
right.
window.
You're right. Yeah, I see it. Yep. Okay.
So if y'all will, bring yourselves into a wedge.
I got it.
Halifax, do you want point? Or do you want Rakesh on point?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'll take point with the shield.
I do not take point. I am a forward observer. I observe from behind.
All right, we'll observe in this area here.
So the Mox is right here. Rakesh, you'll want to go to your token control. Select the silhouette of the guy, and that'll let you
Write yourself down.
To move me?
Yeah,
Should be able to just grab it and pull.
there you go. Okay.
All right.
So you guys see the Mox begins to stomp over in this direction, and you can see it's clearing a path through probably half a dozen to a dozen figures.
All right,
You lose sight of it. You can still hear it, but you lose sight of it.
we're gonna advance up towards it because we need to get it back on track. He's going the wrong way.
Okay.
So can you grab our? Well, we had a diamond. Bring our diamond back.
You guys don't have to worry about that on the map.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
assume you guys
grab
are in
us and-
formation. Yeah, just
Yeah.
the tokens are just here to show a rough idea where you guys are standing.
Cool. Bring Halifax up. We'll just use her as our point, and that'll let us know where everybody's at. We can just ignore everybody else.
I mean, if I have the laser pointer, like I'll try to like be up front and like point in a decent direction.
No, Halifax, like I said, he's got the.
Where do you?
Or she has the.
Where do you direct this thing?
So we're trying to go towards. Can we move the map, or is there a way to grab the map?
Right. Hold down your right mouse button.
Ha. Okay, so we're trying to get straight ahead, so we can follow it, or we can go to the south side and push it that way. But we need to get it over here.
Also, if you need to ping the map, hold down your left mouse button. It'll do a ping.
Can y'all see my draw stick?
Yes.
On this one? Okay. So we need to get it here. This is where we need to get. Our entry point is here. We're going to go down the hallway, and we're going to go into here.
Okay.
So we need to get it to clear this way.
All right. Well, that's no problem. So, Rakesh, I'll need another... probably not another one at this point. So it starts to stomp in this direction. You can hear it, and you see coming from block A1, you see about 24 figures emerge. And as you guys are making your way through, you're seeing the aftermath of what this thing is doing. There are basically just shredded and destroyed, crushed and burnt bodies. They appear to be colonists. They're wearing regular outfits, regular clothes. Eventually, you see a group of about a dozen of these things start to swarm out of this residential block. And what you guys see, they're humans, or they were human, bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs. But what you see now, and some of you, Rakesh and Greene, would recognize that these people are definitely infected. Their skin is almost translucent, it's so pale, and there are dark black veins all over any exposed skin you see. All of them, their arms are elongated, almost like a gorilla, where it reaches down past their knees. Some of them are even running like gorillas on their knuckles. And their faces, their eyes are this milky white. Their teeth look like they're rotting and falling out. And some of them, the back of their head is beginning to taper to a point or elongate. And some of them look like they've actually melded with their clothing. And they all are just covered in this disgusting black goo. And they begin to rush towards the Mox, and it begins to open fire and just starts taking them down one by one, relatively easily as it does so. What do you guys do while this is happening?
Do my best to follow the sergeant's orders.
Yeah, so we're going to set up south of the Mox in this zone here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there. And we're going to provide cover. I'm going to watch back ways to make sure nothing comes up from behind us, and we're going to fire into them. And
Are you go around the north side of this building or around the back?
Yeah, I was figuring we would just follow the Mox as it cuts a path. Anything, it should be dead as it's walked through.
Yeah, that's not what Rakesh is going to do. But, yeah, no, that's good to know.
Okay. Yeah, that's however you guys want to follow up is fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rakesh will jump around the back side and set up back. Yeah.
Okay. No worries. So, there's no roll required right now. The Mox is making fairly short work of these. You know, they're charging at it basically in a mob with the chain gun and the flamethrower and even the grenade launcher. There's bodies and body parts getting flung in every direction. And you can see that this thing, it is not a subtle weapon. It is tearing through part of the building. Like a chunk of masonry comes off. It clearly does not care about collateral damage. And if some of these things manage to get close, it starts to like basically smash into them, step on them, crush them, throw it against the building, and it is a sight of pure, unbridled violence that you guys have really never witnessed before. Also, this is where I gotta find the picture. I've got a little bit of artwork to show you for the what the creature looks like. Basically, the infected people looks a little something like that.
Oh shit.
Do we need to pick up stress, or does the Mox make it not stressful because it's such a killing machine?
I would say I mean, some of you have seen this before.
Stress us.
I've never been deployed.
I'm gonna say Kikai gets a point of stress, and Halifax, you have not seen the infection like this before. So seeing these people, which you know are colonists, now being mowed down by a UN weapon is pretty unnerving.
Daka.
Actually, you know what? Rakesh and Greene, take a point of stress because you've never seen the Mox in action. Up until
stress from the machine.
Yeah, up until an hour ago, you had no idea these things existed.
Fuck yeah.
So
what's really going to cause stress is if we ever find out what the Mox is. It's so disturbing.
It's a combination.
That shit would stress me out.
So all these infected ultimately get the old and they die. Oh, I have to do them one at a time? Well, that's dumb. Okay. Anyhow.
I'm assuming the Mox is way too big to properly come into the building and go underground with us, so we're going to leave it upstairs to...
It can fit.
Oh, can it?
Yeah, it looks like... I mean, it'll be a tight fit in some of these places, but yeah. Because keep in mind, they were able to drive the APC into the colony in Aliens, so...
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The Mox is obviously taller than the APC, but still, it's a little bit bigger than a power loader as far as size, so it can basically fit. You know, if it won't fit, I'll tell you if there's an area it's not going to fit. So these guys, fucking dead. Just bodies everywhere. Once this finishes and ends, you see the Mox stops, clearly scanning for more targets, and then it begins to shake. And then it takes a step forward, it stops, and you guys can tell it almost like shrugs. The back opens up, and you see something slide out of it and plop on the ground. And the Mox is now kind of hunched over forward, and its back is opened up, and it is no longer moving.
We're going to move up on it and see what just fell out of the box. And because I know what it is, but my character doesn't. We're going to run up there and see what just came out and make sure, see what we got to do to get this thing back online.
So you see it has dropped the body of a human being out onto the ground. It is a man, looks fairly well built. His head is completely shaven, and you can see that the veins in his body are popping. They're not black, but they're popping. And the look on his eyes is one of just absolute shock and aggression. His mouth is slack open. There's blood coming out the corner of his mouth, his eyes, his ears, and his nose. And, well, that's what you see. If you want to get more, you need to do a medical aid test.
Yeah, I'll do a medical aid test. Are we doing the? Is he in critical or not? Because I'm field surgeon.
Give me the medical aid test to see what you discover.
Let's see if my dice fell again. 1 success.
Okay. He is dead. No question about it. As you examine his body, you can see that there are basically track marks in his arms, chest, and neck where there's obviously injections that go into him. You also see on the back of his head there is a barcode which at least Rakesh would know that's a prison barcode stamp. And third, the back of his neck, there is what looks like some sort of port for something to go into either his skull or his neck. When you look inside the Mox, you can see that there are wires and syringes and basically, like IV feeds that clearly were injected in this guy, and now it has removed him.
What the fuck?
Well,
You all hear, well, you all wouldn't hear, but Sergeant, you hear Roy calming in over the comms. Sergeant, what's going on? I'm not getting any readings from the Mox.
the driver of the mock suit died, possibly from the combat drugs. He wasn't injured. He seems to have died from the use of the machine or armor.
Understood. Stand by. And there's a long couple minutes you guys have. If there's anything
While we're
you
waiting,
wanna
we're gonna
discuss.
eyes out.
Yep. I got the gun. I got my rifle up, and I'm scanning the horizon from where all those fucking things were coming from.
You guys do hear sounds of things in the colony, but it's like distant moans here and there. There's no like horde coming around the corner, but you can tell there's more of these things somewhere. But nothing that you guys see at the moment.
Okay.
Is there any way I can identify what prison or block or whatever
Yes.
Mox was from?
As a matter of fact, you can, if you would please give me a... Let's see. I would say let's do observation.
Both sixes.
All right. Now, this might be a place where you want to use your stunt. So if you want to look at your stunt list on your skills tab for that particular skill.
Does it come from me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get in past the way?
And again, you don't have to use that list. That's just a suggestion. But if
Sure,
there's something
yeah.
else you want to ask. Kind of think of each success as like an extra question you can ask in this case.
That's fair. Why? Why is he here? I guess would be my question. It's like, are they militarizing us? You know, the ex-cons?
Well, so what you do know, you recognize this guy is from a facility called Skyfire Down, which is a UA military correctional facility. Which is the type of place that you would have served. Well, I guess you came from a regular prison, but you know, like, military prisoners, either POWs or, you know, UA soldiers that end up being in prison would go to something like this. Skyfire Down is probably the most well-known.
Leavenworth. Yeah.
It's the most well-known one. You don't know if they're militarizing you guys, or, I mean, that's what it looks like to you, but this is the first you've ever seen or heard anything like this.
All right, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, I've never seen anything like this before, but I recognize that this is a prisoner's UPC code,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'll say. I'm like, this is a prisoner's code. This is a prisoner's scanner.
Can we
They've militarized the son of a
scan
bitch.
it?
You can see Rakesh is starting to like kind of panic a little bit. Like he's been militarized. He's been turned into a weapon.
Can we scan his barcode? Like, is there a way to figure out like if it'll give us information about him?
You can
Like
take
this guy like on basically death row, and
you
they
can
found a way to.
you can record the information, but you'd have to get back to the Tamba Tam to actually do any research on it.
We're all on death row, man. We're all on death row. Do you understand?
No, this is just the core. We're at
So
war.
eventually, Roy
Same
comes back
Same
on
thing.
the comm to you, Sergeant, and he
Yep.
says, "Sergeant, do you read?
Here, go ahead.
The mission has not changed. Proceed. One of your squad, you will have to have enter the Mox to help complete this mission.
Ah, Jesus.
Choice is up to you."
That machine appears to have killed the last driver.
There's a pause, and then you hear, "You have your order, Sergeant."
Is this your first time in the United Colonies?
And I know it might feel a little early, guys, but we're at where we usually take our halfway point break. We'll probably go a little bit later than we anticipated because of all of our technical difficulties. But we'll take our break here because I need to use the bathroom pretty bad, and we have to get Dr. Pepper. So everybody take 5-10, and
5 or 10.
5 or 10, don't matter. Once we get back, we'll turn the stream back on. So listeners, viewers, we'll be back. Grab that Dr. Pepper, and we will see you shortly.
I'm here, Chris. Hit me up before we jump all back in together, all right?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
All right.
Do that. Go back. Oh, look at that, folks. It worked. We're back. We've got bottled Dr. Pepper, the good shit. And apparently my mom was watching. I don't know if she's still on there, my mom and her friends. So, hello, Donna and Mother. Thank you. Finally working. Who else we got here tonight? Let's see if we got any... how do I operate this thing? Quiet stream tonight. That's all right. Mr. Chuckleberries. Is that one of you? I guess not. Well, I don't know who you are, Mr. Chuckleberries, but thank you for joining us.
Great screen name.
It is good. It is good. Okay. So, we are back. You've been given orders to use the Mox. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to look at the team. And I'm going to say, anybody want to give that a shot?
Guy's gonna step forward.
All right, brother. We'll hook you up. But if any moment you feel like, I don't know, you're overheating or you're having a freaking heart attack or something, you got to let us know.
You're
right.
expecting
Sarge.
Kikai to communicate with you? Godspeed, Sarge. Godspeed.
And I guess I'm going to figure out how to hook Kai up into this machine.
Do you ask Roy?
Yeah, I'll ask him if he knows how to hook somebody into the machine. Or armor. We're going to call it armor because it sounds more reassuring than machine.
I will, like, if I can offer any kind of, like, assistance as far as, like, calibrating, like, sights and, like, you know, the trigonometry of it all. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the mechanics of it.
I will try to offer that if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Roy knows how this thing works.
Okay. Well, Roy responds. He says, simply have your volunteer remove their hazmat suit and armor, and step inside the machine, and it'll connect.
All right. Just make sure you don't step. Make sure there's no that black crap on the ground before he does.
I mean, it's kind of everywhere.
Yeah. We'll do it in a way where he steps out of his boot into the machine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kikai.
Just to be clear, Kikai is doing it. Like he's doing it like and he's like breathing, controlling his breathing because like it's got to get done. It's got to happen. But so he's kind of like I guess psyching himself up with some determination. I guess.
Okay.
Because he knows what his agenda is.
This is gonna.
To make sure that... Go ahead.
And this is gonna drill into his head. He kind of like, Rakesh looks around. And he's gonna like.
That thing the guy had a socket, right?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
wrench?
he doesn't have a socket, so it's not going to drill into his head. He don't have a socket. You don't have a port for it, so he's not going to be fully integrated.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. All right. Well, you know,
Greene's going to say that with a straight face as if he knows what he's talking about.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
whatever brain is left in you, you know, they'll just gonna howl it out a little bit, and you'll probably be okay.
You're gonna be a great counselor one day.
All right, Kai, let's hop
You're
in
gonna-
and see what happens.
You're gonna be a great marksman one day.
Oh, brilliant.
You know,
All right.
that is what I'm gonna miss about you, Rakesh.
But like, so
Not a
I
damn.
don't think there's another word spoken. But when Rakesh looks at which character's name? I forgot.
Okay.
Kikai, yes. When he looks in Kikai's eyes, there is that moment of like, just like love and appreciation. Like, I hate you, but you're a good shot. Godspeed.
All right. So we see
Let's get it
Kikai gets out of the suit, the hazmat suit. You know, you got to take your armor off because you can't fit inside this thing. And you step inside, and you know it's like putting on a massive suit of armor. There's screens in front of you, and there's a viewport you can see at the top here that you can see out. And when you're inside, you know, there's a place to put your arms and legs, and you feel the back of the machine close up. You guys all see as the back closes, you hear it lock. And from inside Kikai, you can hear the sounds of all sorts of machinery begin to power back up. And then you are overcome with excruciating pain as all of these various IVs and injections begin to pierce your arms, your chest, maybe even like, you know, the bottom of your neck. And then you feel as some sort of drugs are pumped into your system, and your senses get heightened, and your eyes go wide. We would see your pupils dilate to almost nothing, and you start to foam at the mouth a little bit, and it is probably the worst pain, physical pain, that you've ever experienced in your life. I need you to please make a stamina test here.
Yes, sir. Stamina test incoming.
Bro.
Oof.
Can you push it?
All right.
Do you want to push?
I
Push
think so.
it. Push it.
I don't think you want a heart attack. No balls.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
So we have
Okay,
our first
low
panic
stress.
of the
It'll be
game.
fine.
So it doesn't matter how many face huggers you roll. If you roll at least one, you panic. Extra ones don't mean anything. However,
All right.
as I said, what happens is the game does this for you, but you would roll a d6 plus your current stress. In this case, you rolled a 1, and you have 2 stress, so it gave you a result of 3. 6 or less is keeping it together, so nothing ill happens here.
Okay.
As long as you roll a 9 or less, you still succeed at whatever you're doing. If you roll a 10 or higher, your panic result takes over and takes the place of whatever action you were attempting. So
Roll low.
you pass, but obviously your body is reacting in ways you didn't think possible. You're freaking out, and all of a sudden you have this feeling of pure, unbridled rage and hatred just fill your body, and your heart is beating at probably 2 or 3 times the normal amount. You can feel your body straining as the restraints lock into you, and you feel like this suit almost becomes a second skin as you're integrated with it. And you are in control of the Mox. Which
So
means...
if anybody could have... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay, which means you get you get some badass stuff to play with now. Is one way to put it. As soon as I find the character sheet for this crazy ass thing.
Right. Well, anybody who could have heard, I don't know if it was through the comms or even through the suit, but it would have been like him. He would have been straining to like not scream until he couldn't hold it anymore, and then it would just be like almost nonstop, turning that scream of pain, escalating to it becoming almost like that rabid hatred rage that you were describing. It's all being spewed out of his foaming mouth right now.
Yeah, you guys do hear it. The Mox has like an outside speaker, like a Vox speaker. So you do hear, it's almost like a 40K Dreadnought. There's this robotic voice. And you can tell it's Kikai, but the first thing you hear is his scream echo through the colony. At this point, Angelo, you should have a new character sheet. That's, well, I won't reveal what it says, but you should be able to see it. And this is what you will use at this point.
Even in death I serve.
Yes.
Is that the SM Berserker down?
That's,
Oh, the US.
Yep.
Yeah. Holy.
Spoilers, Angelo. Come on.
Well, that's the name of the scenario, Berserker down. So,
That's fair.
But not that it leaves much to the imagination. So it's called
Berserker's
a
dead,
Berserker. Go figure.
He's
Right?
now the Berserker.
Yes.
So as soon as he stops screaming, I'm gonna be like, Kai, can you hear me? Are you okay?
it is very hard for you to communicate. You can hear a voice that you sort of recognize, but it's kind of muffled and on the edge of your senses, and you just have this desire to kill.
If he doesn't respond, I'm going to look back at Rakesh and I'm going to say, you want to paint the recreation door and send him towards the door?
He looks over in your direction, and he has the painting device. You know, I don't have an underslung grenade launcher. It's under my M41. Or do I need a separate rifle for that?
The grenade launcher is the underbarrel of the M41.
I know. I'm saying to paint.
Oh, that's you just hold that.
Yeah.
The laser's so big.
So it's a different weapon though. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm pointing the painting device at the Mox, the new Mox Nova, and I'm like, this is what we want to do.
What he volunteered. If he survives this, he's definitely getting a promotion. If I can put in, I'll put in for one.
All right.
Murder.
Tim, give me another ranged combat roll, please, to point Mox Kikai in the right direction.
Can I is there's no kind of disadvantage or whatever because I feel no. All right, let's just do this. Two sixes.
Yeah, easy enough. So you're getting the hang of it now. You kind of figuring out the distance, how long it takes, stuff like that. And basically, when the laser hits the door of the building, Kikai, your systems are going off and basically indicating, and you kind of instinctually, even though you're not even really doing it, but it's almost like it's automatic. You kind of turn towards that direction, and you see that red light, and you just something in your body tells you destroy. And
it's like a cat.
Yeah, you start moving towards the door. You're free to carry out the order with however you wish. You do have that amount of control. But basically, your objective now is to get that door open and destroy it. And can you move the token around for the Mox? You should be able to.
I think so, yeah. Yes, I can. So this door right here, right?
This door over here.
Pointing at? Okay. Yep.
Can you hard ping us or no?
Sorry, what?
Can you hard ping us to sender the?
Oh, you can zoom in and out of the map, and if you hold down the right mouse button.
Yeah, I
was pinging right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Things dropping all over it.
I got it. I'm good. All right.
Unfortunately, I can't make the ping any bigger.
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna...
It's good.
I'm
Hey.
going to robo sprint over here.
Okay. Oh man, how's it
And
feel? You're the first person
my God.
in my games to have access to the Berserker.
it feels amazing.
I
What
love
has
when
science
you're like a
done?
truck.
It has made me awesome.
All right, how do you open the door?
Well, I seen this thing rip with its own hand. So yeah, he's gonna. I'm just wanna like do that, like
Okay.
yeah, bare hand. Well, not barehanded, but with its bare robot hands, just totally trash that door. I'm saving my ammo for when I see fleshies.
Okay, well, you have no problem ripping the door open in a display of awesome strength. Inside, you see two of the infected, perhaps munching on bodies or milling about. They stand up, they screech, and they come charging towards you. So let's do a quick combat here to get you guys in the mood. So again, go to the cross swords. That's your combat encounters. And what you're going to do is first you have to add yourself to the initiative track. Select your token. I believe you right-click on it and then hit the cross sword and shields next to your token. And that'll add you... Oh, hold on, I got to make an encounter. All right, now you should be able to do it.
There we go.
And then just click on the D20 that's next to your image in the initiative track. Alien uses a deck of 10 cards, 1 to 10, 1 being fast, 10 being slow. But it rolls dice to do this.
It's an amazing fucking system, but yeah, you do need to like understand like mechanically how to work it.
All right, so there we go. I'll pull the initiative track up here for our viewers. Let me make sure I can put this on the stream. Oh, it's going to take up too
Want one of
much.
us to go to 8 between Rakesh and I?
No, it does the tiebreaker, so you're first, and then Rakesh goes next.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Halifax, you are up first. So you have your 2 actions. You can use a fast and slow action. And as I said, the game uses zone movement, so you can use a fast action to move 1 zone. Basically, each block of the building is a zone, and moving into and out of the buildings would also count as a zone. The Mox is kind of in the way at this point, because he more or less fills up the door. But I mean, you can see past him, but you can see that there's infected inside.
Would I be able to like peek past them and aim and shoot
Yes.
at
Yes.
this closest one? Okay.
Yep. Now, you can actually take an aim action as a fast action, which gives you +2 to your attack roll, and then you can do your slow action to attack because you don't really need to move. So you'll want to right-click on the weapon you want to fire, and because it gives you a bonus, you're going to add 2 dice where it says base modifier, and then that'll add that to your dice roll here. And I'm going to just get a little bit of combat music going to spice things up here.
Real quick question: should I have transferred over the stress from my other character to this one as well?
No, you no longer accumulate stress.
Wait,
What?
what?
Ugh.
What?
Would you like to?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
All
gonna
I have to do is
push.
die? Shit.
Okay, so you push, you get the success. However, if you ever roll a panic while firing a weapon, you have basically emptied the clip, and now you have to spend a reload to reload the gun.
Do have overkill.
Overkill only
Yeah.
can be triggered if you roll a 10 or higher on your panic result. So,
Okay.
Plus, that's when things are real bad when you go into overkill mode. It's like you go berserk and kill everything in sight.
Okay.
Which is
Something
ideal?
minor, don't do it for something minor. It's real bad.
Which is ideal? All right. All right.
So basically what happens is Alien uses reloads instead of bullets. So each reload is kind of like a clip. So you basically spray the whole clip, but you still succeed because you got a 6 or a 9 or less. So in this case, you got 1 success, does the base damage of the weapon, which is 2. These things don't have any armor, so it takes 2 damage. And it is now their turn. So they both come rushing out. One of them rushes past the Mox to get outside, and the other one rushes into combat with the Mox. So, Kikai, if you'd like, it is running past you. You can make an attack of opportunity if you so choose.
Robo Kikai would like.
Kikai.
Robo Kikai.
It would have to be
Robo-Kai.
it would have to be a melee attack though, because it's an attack of opportunity.
I was gonna ask, like, is there anything else that Kikai could do with their reaction?
That's really it. You just get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. Right, do
There's
it.
a stun baton.
I don't know why it has that. It doesn't actually. Why would this thing have a stun baton? That makes no sense.
I didn't know if it was like a pinky or something.
No, so basically, there's not a weapon profile for it. Just make a close combat attack.
Sounds good.
And yeah, it does base 3 damage. So in this case, you have some stunts. So if you want to look at your stunts for melee combat, and then tell me how you want to use them. So the first success is always to do the hit, which will do the base damage of the weapon. And then each of the other stunts, the extra successes, you can use to do other stuff here.
Is Bust Their Teeth one of the stunts?
Well, the most common is to
can
inflict an
grab it.
extra point of damage. You can also knock an enemy prone. You can swap initiative with them. You can disarm them. You can try to pin them if you're shooting them with a ranged weapon, or you can grapple them with melee, or you can push them back to the next zone.
So you can like pick him
so
up.
But if there's something else you want to do, again, you're not beholden to this list. This is just suggestions. So
and I get a stunt for each extra 6 that I rolled.
yeah, so you have 2
Is that how that
stunts.
works?
You have 2 stunts.
Okay. Well, I'd like to grapple with one of them.
Okay.
So basically grab them.
Yep.
So you won't go nowhere. And I'd like to use the other one to switch initiatives with them.
Okay,
Right?
sounds good.
Cool.
All right, so I will switch that. No, it doesn't let me do it. Okay, let me just update your.
I love you,
initiatives here.
Angelo. Do this shit.
They're
Thank
what?
you.
They're initiative 6, right? Yep.
But they-
Okay.
Exactly the same.
All right, and he goes to a 10. Nicely done. Whoops, that's not
Thank
what I
you.
meant to do. Okay, update. Not bad. Good use. And you have another stunt. Oh, so you grapple. So you hit him.
Grapple.
You do 3 damage,
I hit him.
right?
Then change the initiative.
And
Yeah.
when you grab this thing, it like almost just gets squished in your claw, and you see it begins to expand, like it's rapidly filling with liquid, and it just explodes in a shower of gore and black goo, and it paints the front of the Mox completely. Luckily, you guys are far enough away; it doesn't hit you guys. But the suit doesn't seem to take any damage whatsoever. It's just coated in this black goo. And the second one that runs up to you, it literally does the same thing. It basically like suicide bombs and just explodes and detonates when it gets near you. It lets out this awful screech, and it's gone in just an explosion of goo.
Does he have a windshield wiper or a squeegee?
Probably not. And yeah, the combat ends as quickly as it began.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
More.
All right, what's next?
That's just.
All right. I don't know if Kai can hear me, so we'll try to give him an order. I'll be like, Kai, go in the building. Go towards the
Red
basement.
dot. Red dot. There's a red dot.
There's the red dot.
Go
So,
smash.
Tim, at this point, you're figuring out how to use the tracker thing, so we're not going to make you roll unless there's like something
No.
more crazy going on.
Well, it
So-
might be, but like, yeah, for real, I am trying to move things along. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I assume you point him in this direction to go towards the.
Yes.
Okay. So, long story short,
But I also I share a very meaningful look with Kikai, and I'm like, well done. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to admit it, but like also like, well done. Like you know how
We're
to
going.
you know how to kill a motherfucker. So yeah. All right.
So I'm gonna watch north, and Halifax is going to watch south as we travel,
Okay.
especially because we have like those hallways that go. So we're going to keep our diamond shape as best we can.
Okay.
Just kind of farther back from the robot suit because.
Well, luckily, the doors seem mostly closed when you guys get
Okay.
in here, and you guys stomp over to this central area, and you can either open the doors, or more likely, the Mox just starts breaking doors down
Yeah.
and clearing anything that's there. However, you guys get into the Colonial Administration. Everything in here shows signs of fighting, and you see body parts, bodies, blood, goo, weapons fire damage, people that were trying to barricade themselves in. But your path to the Colonial Administration block is unhindered, and you eventually get there inside, and you find the door that Roy had told you to go to. And then he provides you with an access code, which you're able to input, and it opens up. And then you guys find yourselves, we're going to go to a new map here. You find yourselves inside of Cypress Lab. So I will put you guys at the entrance here. The Mox out in front. Now, hold on, I gotta fix something on that. Let me make sure this is working, because you guys actually should have, like, token vision now. It's not working. Why?
I still got a 98% loading.
Oh, hold on. I fucked up. Delete.
Likewise.
Delete. There we go. Hope you didn't look at too much of the map there, Rakesh.
I'm gonna reload and see what happens.
Okay, who else do we need? We need Halifax, and we need Mr. Mox. Make sure the Mox actually has vision.
Mine's like stuck at 98% loading. Cypress
Me too.
map.
Me as well.
Same with mine.
You might need to. Can you guys click? Here, let me do this.
It tells me you cannot switch scenes until resource finished loading from current view.
Maybe just drop out of Foundry and relog back in. Sometimes.
All right, refreshing.
I might have switched maps too fast, to be honest.
So like log out and log back in.
Yeah, if the maps are fucked up.
Not working.
It refreshed, but it's still stuck at 98.
What the fuck, game?
Might have to go to that sweet, sweet theater of the mind.
Oh no! I did not spend all the time setting up walls on this goddamn map to go Theater of the Mind.
No,
See, that's why I always do theater of the mind, because it breaks.
Dragonski Greene.
All right, let me do this. Let's go back here. Waiting for everybody to log in. Oh no! Here we go. Who just dropped? Oh, he's back.
Dude,
You just got a private Pakesh.
your Discord is very presumptuous.
I don't own Discord.
You do.
It is messed up though. Oh, hold on, we gotta wait for you to put your camera back on.
My camera?
Yeah.
Wow. Guy and Rakesh are both abominations of flesh and machine now.
Oh my goodness.
Try refreshing again.
I do not have any luck with this fucking OBS stuff, man, every time.
Okay, it took me back to the star map,
Okay, hold on. I'll switch it in just a second.
but it loaded this time.
Okay.
Go get my character sheet.
And who else? Whose camera's messed up here? That is...
Okay.
Sorry, it moved. It moved some people around. What is going on here, man?
Oh, okay. It's giving me the option to choose. That's me.
All right, I'll move you.
All right,
to
I'm
the
in.
map now.
Woohoo! Oh wow, this is a pretty awesome looking map.
There you go. Okay, so you guys can actually have, as you move around, you'll be able to see parts of the map. I'll fix the cameras in just a second here, listeners. I need to... Oh, let's see. Your camera's still not on, Tim. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I actually have to plug in a camera.
I have to do that with
switched
mine all the time,
computers.
too. Yeah.
No, like I made a decision to close down my anyway.
All right. Well, we'll get that sorted in a minute here, viewers, but the show must go on. So, you find yourselves... The door is behind you guys, all right? So that's just going to remain locked because you guys don't need to leave right now. There's a door directly ahead of you, and then the hallway goes around to your left and right. Well, I guess there are... What am I doing? You guys get schematics. You guys have a map of this place. So... There are still walls, but we don't have to worry about going around in the dark. There you go.
Is that a radar?
Those are blips. If you zoom in, it'll tell you the name of that room. Just a way to mark everything off, basically. And yeah, that should mostly be it. Sorry, I realize there's a few things messed up here on the map. I gotta fix real quick. Okay.
Yeah, mine still won't load this map. I'm still stuck at 98.
Well, what the fuck, game?
Oh shit.
I'm having the same issue.
Ugh. Are you kidding me? Could anything else go wrong tonight? Jesus.
Were you asking? I have ideas.
I just appeared. It just started for some reason. I showed up in a hallway.
There we go.
It just seemed like it was just a long load period.
Tony, does it still say it's loading, or are you looking at a blank screen?
It says loading Cypress Lab 98%.
Okay, maybe give it a minute.
And then I just got the black screen because it hasn't loaded yet.
Okay. There's Tim. Okay, cameras are back. I don't have to fix anything. Thank you. Okay.
Ish. Now we have dark.
I mean, he's bathed in perpetual darkness, but that's
Ah!
No, I will rise the light.
all right. So, I'll give descriptions while we play until.
Please.
Let me know if your maps kick in. Whoever doesn't have one yet. Angelo.
Curse.
Oh,
Cursed game.
Tim's got to get back in Foundry. That's fine. So, you're in a big
Foundry.
industrial hallway, like any typical building in the Alien universe. There's a large door in front of you guys, just across the hall, and then the hallway goes around the right and the left. And you guys can see on the schematics here that you guys have, the room in front of you is labeled as the staff quarters. There is this one got deleted. There is a command center, which is this big room over here to the left. Let me put another thing there for you. Just make that a little bit larger.
The command center is where our mother connection is.
No, the command center looks like it's a security area where you would control the cameras and door locks and things like that. There's a room down the right side of the hallway, which is the comms center. I don't know why that's labeled incorrect. Let me fix that. Further in the base, there are 2 labs. There is a area listed as holding cells. There's a mess hall, a mother server room, a generator room, an armory, a storage room, and that's it.
Almost like a military base down here.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. How loud is the Mox? I'm assuming it's a very clunky. Don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's an armored power loader. Basically, is the best way to think about it.
Yeah.
How cognizant is Kikai besides just like like I want to kill shit? Like am I still like pretty like I don't know that know who my friends are at least.
Before I answer that question, I'm gonna put Greene's token here back. All right, because right now the Mox is in front of you, and Roy did say, be sure to keep the box in front of you. So. You're on the verge of charging forward to just break down the nearest door without any direction. You can still communicate, but it's in like grunts and like very short, 1-2 word sentences. You're aware of them talking to you. You can vaguely hear them, but it all sounds muffled to you. It is very hard to concentrate on anything other than obliterate something. You've never felt such anger like coursing through your veins.
I only moved forward because you were talking about you were flagging things, and my map doesn't show anything but this little entryway. So if we're supposed to be able to see something, all I see is a little bit of you. Or Y.
Did you zoom out?
Yeah, I'm zoomed out. It's all black. And then the little Y. So I can see this much the hallway.
Okay, hold on.
And that much the hallway because I stepped forward, and that's it.
That should not be happening.
Yeah, I still have the cover of dark. And then when you backed me up, they went gray again, where I had shown these sections.
Does everybody else see the entire map?
I now see Alien RPG timeline. That's it.
Yeah. You're on the wrong map. Okay, hold on. I need to do this.
I can see the entire map.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Cypress Lab?
Yes, you should be able to click on it now.
Yes, I see it.
That might help too. Tony, did yours load yet?
No.
Okay. Are you able to switch between another map?
No, I just keep getting you cannot switch scenes until resources finish loading.
Okay, yeah.
No, you may be able to move him. You may be able to grab him and pull him to a different map.
Let's see.
As the GM.
I have to do it for everybody. Okay, we'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then fuck it. We'll just keep going. Let's see what happens. Now somebody dropped out again. Yeah, it's all sorts of messed up.
I'm trying a different browser.
Okay. All right. Does everybody see the combat map?
Yes.
I see space combat map. Is that what we're looking at?
Yep, that's it. Okay. All right. We'll try Cypress Lab one last time. Show me potato salad.
I got the Y. It came in, but I still just have the Y. Which is fine. I can work with that because as long as I move my token, it'll show me stuff.
Yeah, that's weird because it shouldn't be. Well, hold on. Let me try.
I see everything. I see everything.
It's cool with you. I'm just going to walk down the hallway and map it.
What if I do this?
So I can show it to myself.
Did that do anything?
It went totally grayed out now. I can't even see any updates.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
All right, I'm just going to walk down the hallway just to map the hallway.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
It's goofy, but it works.
Sergeant Greene disappears down into the darkness.
Hasta luego.
So, where do you guys head?
We're going to you said which way Mother's control room, or the control room is to the left, right?
Yes. Yeah, keep
we'll
going.
Go there first to get control of this security and see what's on the cameras and the doors and all that kind of jazz.
All right. So you guys are going to want to go down the hallway to the left to where I'm pinging, and that's the door that leads to the command center.
Guy is just like, targets! Give me targets! Get out of my way! Ah! That's what he says.
Jesus Christ. I've been telling you about this guy. He's fucking nuts.
Can you guys... Are you guys able to move your tokens?
Yeah.
All right, yes, you guys will be coming over here. Tony, did the map load yet or no?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just move your token over here then for now.
Well, yeah.
Halifax,
I'll just follow where they're going.
All right.
Halifax. I'm telling you, you gotta forget about this person. He's lost his mind. Listen to me, Max.
All right. You lead him to the door of the command center, and he just smashes it open. You can actually open the door there if you left-click on it, Kikai, and you can walk inside. When you get inside, there is a massive holo table in the middle, and there's a big, long console of various screens and computers and monitors. There's a couple chairs along the outside of this room. It's probably not really to scale, to be honest. The token's probably a little small, but that's okay. And you can tell it's a command center. It's a security center. You see camera feeds and things like that. But really all your character sees and cares about is you see 3 people in here. The rest of you would realize they are equipped in Weyland-Yutani ape suits, which are Weyland-Yutani commandos, basically, security forces. This is what they look like. And they turn, and as soon as they see the mocks, they begin to open fire. And Kikai, you just see red, and you just see on your screen 3 targets pop up, and your systems are like locking onto them. So we will dive into another combat here. Go ahead and add yourselves to the combat tracker. Tony, I'll do it for you here. I can roll for you as well. And we will crank up the
thought. You could take Tony, put him on another map, and that'll still give him access to the combat tracker and all the dice rollers, won't it?
It'll be a different map, though. Each map has its own combat tracker.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
Combat tracker.
How do I get this big ass guy out from under my? All I see is your.
What's that, Tim?
A shiny metal ass.
Yeah.
All right, and I got to right click on myself and find the.
Yeah, I just need you guys to add yourself to combat.
There it is.
All right, Tim. There you go. And then please roll. You still there, Tim?
Yeah, I am. I thought it did roll.
You added yourself. Now you gotta go to the combat tracker and hit the D20. There you go. Okay, Halifax, you're up first with a 3. Security guards are at 4, and then the rest of your team is after that. The Mox is last at 10. He's so overcome with joy that he can't contain himself. He's going to wait. So you're up first, Halifax. What do you want to do?
I assume I would have reloaded while we were working our way to this room.
Yep, that's fine.
That's just going to sit there with an empty rifle.
Yeah, yep, no problem.
She got real messed up in that boxing match.
Yep.
I will go ahead and shoot at one of them.
Okay.
I'll aim and then shoot at one of them.
All right,
since they open fire first.
All right, you'll get a +2 bonus then, because you aim. Another panic. You spray through another clip, but you do score 2 successes. What would you like to use your stunt for?
Can I try to pin one of them?
Yes. I believe they have to make a test of some sort. Don't. My players don't really get very tactical in my game. They tend to just dump everything into damage. I'm surprised no one's died yet. Let's see. What do you have to do?
The worst way to play.
Um,
Most dangerous way to play.
Oh, they make an immediate panic roll. So you don't have, you know, it's not going to do anything because their stress is probably too low. because they would just make a panic roll. I mean, I guess they get a point of stress when they see the mocks. They're like, what the fuck is that thing? But if you want to do something else, I'll let you do something else.
Okay, let me see.
You can disarm them, or you can knock them down the tracker. Wait, you're at the bottom. Never mind.
All right, could he drop his weapon
Sure. Yep.
or another handheld object?
All right.
I would say weapon.
All right, and they do 2 base damage, so I'll roll for their armor. It's armor piercing. All right, you score 2 points of damage on that guy, and he drops his gun. And that leads us to the security team. 2 of them are opening fire on the mocks. The other one is going to return. He's going to pick up his gun and then take a shot at Halifax. So the first guy on Halifax, here we go. He panics, but he scores 4 successes. I have to roll his straight. Why didn't it roll its stress? Come on, game. Ooh, 6. He's at -2 to agility. However, he's got 4 successes. He'll dump that into damage. That's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage coming your way. And it is armor piercing. So right-click on your armor button on your first page of your character sheet.
Okay.
And hit armor piercing. When you're hit by armor piercing, it reduces your armor by half, and yet you still roll like a boss. 3 successes, so it did a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. You absorb 3 of it, so you take 2 damage, so reduce your health by 2. If you hit 0, bad shit happens. And the first time you take damage in combat, you gain a point of stress.
So do you gain stress anytime you panic?
No. There's some results that'll make you gain stress, but not normally.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's not until we get up in the higher numbers.
Okay, the other 2 open fire on the mocks. We'll see if they can do anything with their assault rifles. Okay, so you got 4 damage coming towards you there, Kikai. However, their armor-piercing weapons are not going to work because you're basically in like tank armor, not regular armor. So you get your full allotment of armor against this damage.
Awesome. So that's in would that be in skills or?
Go to your general tab.
Page 1.
Hold on. You make sure the armor's equipped. There we go. Okay. Go to your general tab and then hit the armor button in the bottom left.
Gotcha. The word itself?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So you absorb 2, so you take 2 points of damage because he did a total of 4.
Okay.
And the other one opens fire and gets 0 hits. Okay, Rakesh, you're next at 5. No, we'll leave it at that for now. They're kind of panicking and not sure what the fuck they're fighting.
It's a monster.
What do you need me to do? Nothing? What?
What do you want to do?
It's your turn.
Oh, yeah, I will whip around the corner. And does this guy have cover?
No, none of them really have much in the way of cover. They're just kind of taken by surprise and reacting poorly.
All right, then I will try to hit the guy with the M41.
Okay.
Nothing.
That is a big whiff. Do you want to push?
I would like to push.
All right, hit that big green button.
Where's the green button? Oh, it's on the
chat.
Yep.
The chat.
It's in the chat.
Yep. Push, yes. Holy shit.
Oh no! Bullets riddling the consoles behind the guy and in front of him, but none of them actually connect. Sergeant Greene, you are up at initiative 6.
All right. So, it is an action to take cover, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna take cover on the door frame here.
Okay.
Although my range of view is so short, I can't actually see in the room.
That's okay. You can just stand in the doorway. That's fine.
All right. Well, I mean, just like it has me limited to here.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. That is wrong.
I
That
still
should
can't
be-
see.
Let me.
Ah, there we go. Now I can see.
There you go.
Hey, I can see that room now. Excellent. Said I collided with the wall somehow. Ugh. All right, that's better. So I'm gonna take cover, and I am going to. Actually, I won't have a clear shot. Yeah, I'm gonna fire at this guy here.
Okay, that's the one that Halifax hit.
Yes. Actually, it's a slow action to reload, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. Where's that? There it is. I'm just gonna shoot at that guy. Just gonna let it be. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Look at all these fucking zeros. Okay. Well, you do hit him, but you burn through the clip. Let's see if it's
Jesus.
enough. Is it enough? A prayer, and it is answered. He gets 0 successes. That will put this guy down. He collapses dead behind the council. And finally, at initiative 10, Robo Kikai.
All right. So what is movement like?
So basically,
Anywhere in the room.
the way zones work is in here, the hallway and each room would be a different zone. So you've already walked in. If you want to get into close combat, you have to get engaged, which means you got to be next to them. So right now you're in the same zone, so you're considered at short range to them. If you want to get into melee, you spend an action to go from short range to engaged, and then you're in melee with them.
Okay. So this guy's already dead.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I do want to get into the room to yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and chuka like this close, a
Okay.
little bit closer to also like give people more room if they want.
Sure.
And I'm gonna hone in on this guy. I'm looking at the actions. There's the shoot firearm, the burst of full auto fire. Would a burst of full auto fire, would that help me out here at all?
Yes,
Or
so
is that like
auto fire means when you fire automatically, you get 2 extra dice to your attack roll, and when you do auto fire, if you have any stunts, you can use stunts to hit multiple targets.
all right?
Now, normally when
Awesome.
you do auto fire, you gain a point of stress, but because you're in the mock suit, it doesn't matter. So you can go full auto as much as you want.
I would like to go full auto.
So right-click on the Gatling gun, and then add 2 dice because you're doing full auto, and let her rip. Let's see what this thing is capable of.
2 dice and roll.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What is this thing? Okay. Now, because you are enraged and berserking, you can only use stunts for damage. There's no tactics here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
it's 3 base damage, and then you have 3 more stunts. So that's a total of, well, you can use the stunts too if you want to hit multiple targets. You're doing auto fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
So what happens here, the first success hits the first guy. The second success you can use to hit the other guy, all right? And then you have 2 other stunts you can do to damage. You can do both of them into one guy or do 1 per one.
I'll do 1 per one.
All right, so they're each going to take a total of 4 damage, armor piercing. First guy, whoops, well, it doesn't matter. He didn't roll anything. Second guy, okay. You do 4 damage to both of them. You spray across the entire room, basically shred these 2 guys in half, and they are dead instantly. You also take out like half the councils behind them. But they're down, and they are no more.
Acceptable losses. Targets neutralized.
God, this machine's gonna be more dangerous than it's worth.
Yep. Okay. Well, There you go. Fucking
All right.
dead.
I'm gonna have Rakesh send him down the hallway,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go in and do what we're gonna do in the room before he accidentally tears the room to pieces.
Okay. So I won't make you guys roll. We'll assume you guys get out of the way so he doesn't see you, and then he's pointing down the hallway this way.
Yeah.
You guys get inside the command center. It has taken a bit of damage with the mocks in here. Basically, this
And
whole
all the
row of
panic.
councils on the back are riddled with bullets. Most of them are the Moxes. There's a few that are Halifaxes, but most of them are the Moxes. So, what would you like to do when you're in here?
Are the security cameras online?
Yes, it appears power is still going in the base.
All right, let's click on the security cameras and see what we can see.
Okay. I will need a Comtech roll to see what is still functioning after the Mox had its heyday in here.
Is anybody trained in contact?
Nope.
It'd be great if it was Kikai.
Yeah.
Probably.
Trained in what?
Comtech.
Let's see. What would have been there?
Is Rakesh trained in contact?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Then Tony, how smart are you? What's your wits?
3.
Okay, it's me. I'm going to give you an order. And hold on. Yeah, I'm going to give you an order to bring up the security cameras. Because I think I can get you more dice than I'll be able to do for myself. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Or not. Well,
You got 2. Unfortunately, he gets nervous
Okay, hit
twitch. So
7.
this one you can see, Tony, your stress level, so Sergeant Greene's, and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range, which is everyone, except doesn't matter for the mocks, increases by 1.
Oh.
So everybody's stress goes up by 1. Sergeant, you twitch a little bit because you realize the Mox is definitely doing collateral damage, which is going to make the mission harder. However, you have 2 successes, which means Halifax, when you do your Comtech roll, you get to add 2 extra dice, 1 for each of his successes. Okay. You also get nervous twitch, so everybody's stress goes up by 1, as you're realizing, like, this is not Kikai. Kikai is normally quiet, even-keeled, like, one of the most, like, respectful and controlled guys in the squad, and he's, like, acting like a maniac right now. However, you do succeed, so it appears just about all the cameras are still functioning. He somehow didn't hit any of the camera feeds. He blew up some other consoles, but no big deal. There are basically cameras inside each of the rooms, of the major rooms, I should say. There's also some in some of the hallways. What are you trying to find specifically here, Greene?
I'm trying to find out if there's people in the rooms, so that we don't accidentally kill these more people that are still alive, because we don't send the mocks in there.
Okay.
Because they're, on our side.
All right.
And
So-
I'm also looking to see if any of those freaky zombie things are down here.
You see that the staff quarters looks like an abattoir.
Can you turn those on for me?
It's this one right. It's the one just next to you guys that was right when you came
Right.
through the front door.
Well, when you revealed the main room, the room we're in, it showed me the whole room. Can you do that with this other room?
That's probably because you're standing in the room.
No, when I was outside in the hallway, you did something and it made the whole room show up. You said, here, let me do this.
That's because I increased the range of your vision.
Oh, you just increased my vision. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because it was
Gotcha.
it was set to too short. That's why.
Ah.
So
Okay.
if you go in the hallway now, it should light up pretty much the whole hallway. The fog of war should go away. So, you can use the arrow keys to move your token as well.
I have to walk through doorways. It can't just pick it up and drop it in the hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah. So, but the room to your right, the staff quarters, It's a scene of slaughter. There's bodies and blood and body parts, mostly body parts. There's not many full bodies in there, but it looks like a huge fight happened. You can see they tried to barricade one of the doors, but you're not sure from what. The comms room, which is off to the right of the base, is empty. There's no one inside, no signs of damage. The cafeteria, or the mess hall, has some signs of damage and fighting. You also... Yes. Let me make sure I'm looking at my right descriptions here. Mess hall. You also see in the mess hall, and some of the lights aren't working in some of these rooms. They're flickering or they're out. But you all see there's a big shape kind of towards the top half of the room. It looks like some sort of creature, but you can't really make it out. Because remember, these are alien cameras, so they're like shitty CTV cameras. But there's something there. Like in a pile. The cameras to the holding cells, when you look at them, they appear to be on, but you're just getting black. Nothing showing up.
Okay.
There's nothing in the hallways. All the hallway cameras appear to be working. It doesn't show every hallway, but the ones you can see appear to be empty. There's no camera inside the generator room. There's nothing inside storage. Those don't have cameras. The armory looks like it's been looted a bit, but you don't see anything inside. There's no camera inside the mother room. And there are cameras inside the labs and also looking at the doors leading to the two labs. Each of them have 6 massive stasis chambers, massive cryopods. But again, because of the quality of these cameras, you can't make out if there's anything in them or if there is, what they are. You don't see anything moving around in either of the labs. You really don't see any movement anywhere in the base.
Yeah. So it looks like the only live people we just killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
They fired first, okay?
They did, but that's because we threw a mox at them. So I'm going to say, all right, Marines, let's take 5, recover, regroup, reload. Mostly we got to dump some of the stress because I'm up to 4 already.
Yeah,
and,
so let's...
I'm at 5, Sarge.
Let's talk about stress. So, as we
All right.
said before we started, once you hit about 4 or 5 stress, that's where it's going to start to become really bad. And eventually it'll spiral out of control, which is usually what dooms a group in this game is stress, because you lose control of yourself. So you can do a couple things. The first is once per session, you can interact with your signature item, and that reduces your stress by 1. If you do it outside of combat, no big deal. If you do it during combat, it takes I think a fast action. Also, your guys' panics end. You're not actually panicking anymore, so we'll end that for you. The other thing
my
you
twitch
can do,
goes away.
Yes. Well, those just,
Okay.
they happen. Those ones don't really remain in play. The other thing is that you can rest for a turn. Alien has different time frames, round, turn, shift. A turn is about 5, 10, 15 minutes. For every turn you spend resting in a safe place, you can reduce your stress by 1. So we'll assume you guys will at least rest for a turn, so you guys can reduce your stress by 1. If you want to rest longer, you can, but obviously you have to determine if it's worth it or if you feel you're in a safe place. And if anybody wants to use their signature item, you may do so.
Okay. So we'll drop 1 stress automatically.
Yep.
Plus 1 for the item.
Do any of the Marines, other than Kikai, have the banter talent?
Of course.
No.
I don't think Kikai actually has it, but...
Okay. I was just like, great. One more thing we lost from Kai. We just have murder.
Price bantering, everybody's stress goes up.
Banter is an awesome thing that lets everybody just dump. You just basically sit around and shoot the shit and get over your problems. But
and also
nobody
Halifax, every turn that goes by, whether you're resting or not, you just heal a wound. So you'll heal at least 1 health. Because wounds in this game just represent getting a little banged up. It's not like life-threatening, sort of thing.
Can I medic him or not?
Yes, you can attempt a medical
Okay.
aid roll.
I'll do that.
Tim, are you still with us? Your
Yeah.
camera went dark.
Who? Me?
You, Tim.
Yeah.
The only Tim.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here with the. I'm here.
Your camera just went
Alright,
black.
frozen.
I was just wondering.
Oh, it looks frozen over here.
Oh, is it
Looks
frozen?
like,
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
No. I'm going to get some drink.
All right, let me see if it's just. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that's on his end. Okay. All right, 3 successes. Well, he's. I think you're only missing 1 health, right? So you regain your other health.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Say, while we are resting, can I check for any extra magazines that these guys may have? Because I have blown through all my magazines so
no
far.
need to make a search roll. Obviously, you can find them. They do have ammo. Unfortunately, they have different weapons than you guys. They are
You take
using.
the weapons.
They are what are called NSG-23 automatic assault rifles. At this point in your careers, you would know this is Wayland Yutani's specific version of the M4 assault rifle, even though they technically designed the assault rifle. This is their version that are usually equipped for their security forces and their commando units. I think it is almost identical in the game as what you guys have. Let me check. Yeah. It's pretty much identical, except that it's a little more accurate. So it is, in theory, better than your guy's gun.
Alright. In that case, I'll grab one and
Okay.
some magazines.
All right. I will put that on your character sheet here. And they each had a couple reloads, so you can take more if you need more than 2. At this rate, it seems like you might, so feel free to take what you need.
I'm blown through this ammo.
How do I remove my panic condition?
I
click to remove.
did. Oh, you know why?
There you go.
I know why. It's probably because I did it on your token and not your character sheet. That's why.
I got rid of it. I found the right click to get rid of it.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Okay. So I think we're good. We'll head to. So there's potentially one of those monster beast things inside this room here.
That's what it
Correct?
seems like.
let's not
There's something
do
in
it.
there. Yes.
In this thing here.
Correct.
Okay. So we can either take care of that problem so that it doesn't, sneak up on us, or we can just head straight to Mother and finish the mission. Hopefully, evac.
So Mother is this room up here where I'm moving my mouse.
Here.
Okay. Yep. And then this
we gotta go past anyways.
this middle one right here. This is where the reactor is, like the power station.
Mm-hmm.
The one to the left is the armory, and the one to the far left is the storage room.
Okie doke. So, and then we have a door here and here to this room.
There's a door on every wall into the caf.
Oh, well, if we're gonna have to go past it, we might as well open it up and figure out what's going on in there so it doesn't come out and eat us.
Okay. And before we go any further, since we had a lot of delays today, does anybody have a bedtime that they got to be off of this?
Not really. I mean, before dawn.
I am.
Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm saying, okay. Let me put it this way: is everybody cool playing to either 12:30 or 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
I'm good for
We're
that.
good.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Real quick question.
Yes.
So that time that we rested, it wasn't like a short rest, right? I'm imagining since
Kinda.
I'm in the suit, I can't necessarily get a medical check like Rakesh was able to.
So it's not
But,
so much that you took damage; it represents the suit taking damage. So,
okay.
and none of them would have any idea how to repair it or fix it. So, your damage is kind of permanent. But yeah, you yourself, I mean, obviously your body's taking damage, but as far as the game goes, the Mox is your character sheet now, not Kikai. So, yeah, it represents the armor getting banged up.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right, let's send Mox to the next door, and we'll follow suit.
Okay.
So we'll go to the south door, I guess. Could we tell which part of the room this animal thing is?
Right about here.
Here?
Yep.
Yeah, then we'll just send him to this door here
Okay.
and have him do his thing, and we'll follow.
All right.
I'm good.
Me.
All right. So Mox Kikai goes stomping down the hallway, bursts through the door Kool-Aid style, And inside, I'll put a token here where you see the creature. When you smash open the door, it does not react in any way. It doesn't move. It doesn't turn a head. And when you walk into the room, Kikai, your targeting array is not picking anything up on it. It appears to be dead.
Oh.
I have to find it. But yeah, that's what you guys see. I gotta find which folder it's in.
I don't see anything.
There we go. Here we go.
A green targeting reticle thing.
Right here.
Oh, I gotta move up
Okay.
there. Stupid angle thing.
Yeah.
So Max Kikai will still get a bead on it, and like the Gatling gun will still rev as if it's going to, but like as he focuses in, it says I'm not picking anything up on it. I'll just move closer to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just run my camera over it, and just so we can like record whatever was there,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll head to Mother then.
Okay. Do you guys just walk through the room and go through the door on the opposite side of the room?
Yeah, that seems the most straight ahead. If that thing's not
Yeah.
gonna attack him.
Well, Max is just because maybe to get some aggression, and at the same time to double check that it's not playing possum, he's gonna come over here and just kick it,
Okay.
kick smash.
Roll me a d10. So if you go to the chat log, underneath where you can type in the chat, you'll see there's a bunch of
Yes.
dice. Just click on the d10, and then you'll see it'll put the roll formula in your chat log, and then just hit. You got it. Okay. And I'm gonna roll for the alien because it is in fact playing possum. However, you draw the lower number, so you get close to it, and your senses are so heightened, you can tell this thing is about ready to spring at you, but you get the drop on it, so you can make an attack.
Awesome. And I am that close, so yep, I'm gonna go ahead and melee. It's gonna be like a double metal hand slab, trying to like smash its head.
All right. It's only one success, but it is 3 damage. So I'll roll for this thing's armor. And that is armor piercing because it's so gigantic. All right. So you smash this thing. It lets out this horrible shriek, and it just gets squished under the weight of the claw. You guys see it almost like, kind of like explodes just because of the force of like its internal organs being like thrown out. And you all see, well, so I should explain what you guys see first. So this creature that you see on the floor, it is large, probably about 8 to 10 feet tall. Its skin looks like that of a bug. It's like carapace, but woven into its body, where like up and down its arms, its legs, and like on the side of its head and mouth, looks like mechanical parts, like cords and wiring. Its head is elongated. It has this nasty looking mouth with these razor sharp teeth, but it has no other facial features. It doesn't have a nose. It has no eyes, just solid. This particular one has ridges running across its head towards the back. It's got these 4 tube or pipe-shaped objects sticking out of its back, which to you look like maybe breathing apparatus. Hard to say. It's got ridges running down its back, and it ends in a long tail that's probably a good 4 to 6 feet long that ends in a big spike. I'm sorry, these don't have tails. These ones, they do have tails, but they're not as long as the traditional xenomorph. But it does have a big barbed spike at the end of the tail. It looks like it's bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs. The hands have 6 fingers that are kind of like this, and then there's a pinky on the end. So they're like kind of together like the Vulcan death grip. The hands are huge, could easily put a man's head in their hands, no problem. This one is a very dark reddish color. And when you squish it, it screeches and it gets crushed. And you see all this yellowish green blood comes out. it splashes everywhere, and it starts to sizzle and hiss. And you guys can see it is eating through everything except the mocks. And Kikai, your systems are registering something that's coming up as a xenomorph. In particular, on your screen, you see it says biodrone, and it's detecting acid splash. But you would know now that you're mixed with the suit. The suit has basically anti-acid armor plating.
Holy shit.
Things built to kill these things.
Yeah, it has a name for it. It has a name
Wayland
for this
Utani
one.
finally came through.
So you guys see it's clearly some sort of acid, especially Greene, because you're a medic. You would put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, it starts smoking and stuff.
But you can see it's sticking on the mocks. It's just kind of dripping off. And wherever it hits the ground, it's sizzling through the floor. But it's not damaging the mocks in any way.
But it seems to be dead.
Oh, it is definitely dead now.
All right, we'll just point the mocks to the door and we'll head on through.
All right. So you guys are going to be heading over here. Feel free to move. Open the doors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tim, are you there, man? You've been kind of quiet.
I am quiet, but I am here.
Okay.
He's back on
okay.
stealth mode.
Yeah, did you turn off the lights in your room? You're just like a black shadow.
No.
Get the clapper?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can see like the highlight on the side of your forehead and like on your nose. That's it.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let me.
There you go.
No, yeah,
That's
I'm here.
Better. That's a little better. Okay.
No, yeah. Well, actually, I can do this.
All right, so we're going here, correct?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm bringing his token along for the ride here.
Yep.
All right. When you get
We're not gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
We're not gonna point the mocks at the mother door because he might go shit and kill the mother. We don't want that, so we're gonna send him like facing down the south way, just so he can watch the south side while we go and secure.
No problem. When you try the mother door, it is locked. And you guys would all know that mother units are designed to be opened by either a passcode or a key card, which on a ship is normally the commanding officer and or the captain. Sometimes the first mate or the the secondary XO would have also their own key. On a base, it's usually the commanding officer, or if there's a base commander or a head researcher, colonial administrator sometimes, depending on what type of facility you're in. You guys are confident the mocks could probably break this door down, but again, if it damaged anything, it would probably totally fuck up the mother system if you did that.
Right. Yeah, she's very fragile. She's a 1980s computer. Have we seen anybody of the corpses that we've been through? Have we seen any rank or anything?
No.
Oh.
Most of them,
right.
There's a couple security guards, and then the rest look like researchers or like base staff.
Gotcha. Did we happen to... I'm going to call Roy. I'm going to see if Roy has a code for us.
He chimes in. That's a negative, Sergeant. We do not have the access codes. You'll need to find the head researcher.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have a name I can give you. Let me just remember what it is. You're looking for Dr. Johannes Vosch, and he sends you a picture, which I'll share with everybody. A Caucasian man, looks like he's probably in his 50s, a little bit portly. He's got some small glasses, neatly combed, at least in this picture, like light brown hair, and a bit of a goatee going on. Otherwise, looks fairly pleasant. He is the head
It
researcher.
looks like Tony Schiavone. If y'all watch wrestling.
He says, He is the head researcher of Cypress Labs.
All right. We'll go to the keypad, and I'm going to try the word Batman and see if he is Tony Schiavone. And if he's not, then we'll head on.
No.
Only a joke for you wrestling fans out there. Okay, so the research lab is this thing?
There's 2 labs. There's one right next to you guys, and there's one opposite side underneath the storage room.
Oh, so what's the closest research lab?
To your right. The door to your right.
Okay, then we'll head over there and see. Is that door sealed?
It is sealed, but it's not, locked. You guys can access it.
Okay, does it have, a window or anything we can see into it?
Oh, no.
No. Okay, do we want to have the Mox open this door?
I mean, if he's inside, I might just blow him away.
That's true. That's a good point. We've had that mistake happen once. All right, we'll open the door. Bring up our assault specialist to open and assault the room.
Okay. So, Halifax, you get your shield out, you get the door open, and
We'll stack.
inside you see a large room. Feel free to open. You can left click on the door to open it, and then you can move in. Is a large room with these 6 massive stasis chambers. They're filled with liquid, and you can tell it's some sort of holding tank. There are 2 of them that still have something inside of them, and when you get a closer look, you see it is 2 more of those alien creatures, pretty much identical to the one the Mox just stomped. The other 4 tubes are smashed open and empty. No alien, no liquid.
It's not good,
Sarge. More of
Sarge.
these freaks out there somewhere. Okay, back up, and we'll seal the door back, and we'll head to the other lab.
Okay. So it's all the way on the other side. Go all the way down the hall to the left, and then go south, and that'll lead to... Actually, here, I can just drag your guys' tokens, because I can drag you through rooms.
I like how it slowly walks, and it looks down the hallways. That's pretty cool, actually. Almost there. And then down here.
We're getting there, yep. Everybody just flies through the building. Alright, put you there. Oh, wait, Halifax is, in the wall. There we go. Okay.
Look, she's Supergirl.
Alright. Same thing, if you'd like to open the door, you may do so.
Yep.
Okay. Inside this room, there are another of these 6 containment tubes. However, they hold something different. All of them, you can see, have a person, a human, that appears to be wearing some sort of prison-like uniform. They are strapped in to the back side of the pod, the far side. Their arms are kind of up alongside of them, held in place by shackles, and they're basically held up against that wall. You see that I'll start to reveal them, and you can see there are 4 of these that clearly are dead. And 2 of them appear to not be dead. Inside of each of these, you also see an egg-shaped looking thing that looks organic in nature. And it's a very similar color to the aliens you've encountered in the other rooms. It stands maybe about 3 feet tall, and you see that the rooms, the tubes that have the dead bodies, these eggs have opened up like a flower petal on the top. You see laying on the floor in the tube is an alien-looking creature, or I should say an alien creature, that is kind of flesh-colored in appearance. It looks like a weird spider with a long tail. And the legs, it has 8 legs, but the legs look like long, distended human fingers, complete with what looks like a fingernail almost at the end. They are curled up on their back with their legs curled up like a dead bug, and they look very pale. Like they look flesh colored, like Caucasian flesh colored, but they look sickly, like they're like very pale sickly. The 4 dead bodies you can tell are dead because their chests have massive gaping holes as if something exploded from the inside out. In this pod here, you also notice kind of on the ceiling of the tube looks like a big organic blob that is like hanging from the ceiling. The other 2 that have not had their chests exploded, this one here, the egg is still closed. The one on the south, the egg is open, and you see one of these alien spiders attached to the guy's face with the fingers wrapped around his head and the tail tightly wrapped around his neck. You can see the man is still breathing, and it looks like the body of the alien appears to be breathing in sync with this guy's chest.
We have never encountered and know nothing about facehuggers, correct?
No. Everybody gains a point of stress when they see this shit.
Okay. I'm going to advance into the room with the non-crazies and head up to the guy in the back that doesn't have a facehugger on him.
Yes.
Or a finger monster, if you will. Finger spider. And see if there's a way to communicate with him.
He appears to be unconscious.
Okay. Is there like a what I'm looking for? Like a, I don't know, like a door or a comm system or something?
There's a control console next to it, and you can tell that, yes, the tube does open with like a door type device.
Okay. Can I check? But does the console, like, is it monitoring him, or is it just the control of the pod?
It looks like it's doing both.
Okay. Is he sedated or?
Yeah, you don't need to make a test here. You can tell the guy is sedated or in like a medically induced coma.
Okay. Shit.
And when you get near the tube, you can tell by the egg is a little bit translucent. You can see something writhing around inside the egg.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Halifax. We want to extract this guy.
I don't know if I want to let whatever the hell's in that egg out.
Yeah, I think, well, if we open this pod, we're going to have to, like, destroy whatever's in the pod, the egg thing, and get this dude out of here.
Right.
Only thing is we'll have to carry him because he's unconscious. I don't know how long it takes these drugs to wear off. Do I know what he's sedated with?
You could probably figure it out.
Like, is it a short acting, or is it something that's like propofol where you cut it off and he'll wake up within a moment?
No, it would be. You'd have to like administer stuff to like reverse it, and it'll probably take some time to wake him up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can't just hit him with some Narcan and wake him up and move out. Okay. I'm gonna have to agree with you. We're gonna have to leave him here. But there's no signs of where the scientist is or anything like that?
Nope, that's all that's
Okay.
in here.
What about is there like a science control room or anything like that?
Nope.
What about with the barracks? So there's a sleeping area?
The living quarters, you see
Yes.
parts of bodies, but there's really no full bodies in there. And
Okay.
to make a long story short, if you guys decide to search the sleeping quarters, which is this one here, you don't find Dr. Vosh's body or anything that indicates that he's part of these bodies.
All right, so we got the comms lab.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
There's the comms lab, which you guys saw was empty on the cameras.
That one does have cameras. Yeah.
Yep.
What about this one here?
That was the one that the camera was just black.
Okay, that's our next stop.
Okay.
We'll bring our boy up, and I'm assuming this is the door down here.
All right. The door, there's only one door. It's this one on the north side.
Oh, on the north.
Here.
Okay, if you will, grab us and move us.
Go. Yeah, I'll just drag
If not, I'll have to walk down the hallway.
All right. Well, hold on. I'm trying to grab your token. There we go. You guys are at this door over here. All right.
All right.
I need to use the bathroom really quick if you guys want to decide what you're going to do. Well, actually, I'll tell you this. I will describe what you guys see when you open the door, and then you guys can have a second to talk to yourself. So, do you have the Mox go first?
Yes, because we don't know what's dangerous and not in here.
Okay. When you get to this door, it at first it doesn't open. You press the button, and it doesn't open. It looks like it tries to open, but something's jamming it. We'll assume you have the Mox probably force it open, and as you grab the door and basically just pry it apart, you can hear the sound of something cracking, and it's not mechanical. It sounds like something more organic. When you break this open, you can see that there is something similar to what you saw in the pod up on the ceiling. This kind of organic resin-looking material that's kind of the same color as the alien. It's like this dark reddish-black color. And basically, when you open this, it looks like this entire room has been coated with this stuff. It looks like you're walking inside like an insect hive, basically. And you can see the room itself, the way it's set up, is there's directly in front of the door, there's basically a series of rooms. And then on the left and right-hand side, on either side of the room, there are other rooms. There's a couple doors that lead into basically what are little private this is a holding cell, so it's like prison cells. The rooms in the corners here are the showers and the bathrooms. The two on the south side of the room, you can't even see the doors because this alien resin has just been coated over it. The other doors you can see to some degree. Some of them are already open. The ones that are locked are the ones that are just cocooned over and you can't even see. So that is what you guys see when the Mox opens the door. Take a second to discuss what you want to do. I'll be right back.
All right. Well,
I do have so the Mox, just to give an idea. I got the Gatling gun. I also have an incinerator unit.
Yeah.
As well as the grenade launcher and repeating grenade launcher.
Repeating grenade launcher. That's ridiculous. This thing screams super dangerous, right? So I'm thinking we'll put Mox in, and just let him, because I don't know if we can be sneaky enough while we're in here, or if anything's gonna be in here alive that's, you know what I'm saying, it's not evil as fuck. So maybe we just let the Mox go first, wake up whatever's alive in there playing possum like that one in the kitchen. And we'll just cover him and help him clear things. I think that may be
sounds like a plan to me, Sarge.
Yeah, because I don't think we're gonna. This isn't. If he's in here, it's not gonna be a rescue mission. He's already eaten or.
I doubt that.
Whatever.
Key card.
Yeah, but hopefully his card's still intact.
All right. Now, the other thing you notice as you step in is that as you're walking through, you don't see anything in this first room, but this other room to your character's right, when you go inside, you do see that there are two people that have been cocooned to the walls, clearly being held in place. And what you see is that at first you're a little confused what you're looking at, but then you take a closer look and it looks like you can't tell where their body ends and where this resin stuff begins.
Yeah,
one of
it's
them
covered in it.
One of them is like curled up, and all you really see is their face, and it looks like they've almost become the resin. The other one, like his arm and part of his torso, looks like the resin. It doesn't even look like his arm and body anymore. Both of them are like obviously awake, and they're kind of moaning in pain, and like their eyes are kind of fluttering back and forth. But when you walk in, there is like no sense that you guys are even there.
Gotcha.
And as you walk in, you can hear more sounds of people moaning in what you're assuming is pain.
Yeah. All right. Well, does the Mox register that thing as them as dangerous? Like,
Yeah, I
does
was
it
gonna
immediately
ask.
go into kill mode and murder them?
So, I
Because
will
we're
need
sending him
you.
first.
I will need you to make a. I'll let you, your choice. You can make a stamina or a survival roll here, because while it's not coming up as something dangerous, it is coming up as something that's alive, and to you that means
Okay.
kill.
They're sending him.
With stamina.
Nope.
Oh my god! Look at
15
that.
zeros.
You see these things, you get heat signatures, vital signs, and you just lock in. And how do you kill them?
I just the what is it exactly? Does an incinerator unit do?
It's a flamethrower.
It's a
Like a
flamethrower.
flame? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm torching it,
All right.
torching it all.
You torch them. You're standing right here in the doorway. Just you light the whole room up. It's melting some of this stuff. They scream in pain momentarily, and then finally they are out of their misery, and you no longer have targets on your screen. However, you all hear sounds of things moving about. You hear screeches of anger and perhaps pain, and we will enter what is going to be another combat here. Please add
Awesome.
yourselves to the tracker.
All right, I gotta run and pee real quick, but I'm gonna do that.
Yep, yeah, go ahead.
My headset just died because we've been playing so long.
Okay.
Are you experiencing any feedback or anything from me?
No, you sound great.
Okay. I'll just use my camera then.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
All right.
Where am I at? There.
All right. Yep. Add yourselves to the initiative tracker, please, and we will rock and
Hey,
roll
look,
here.
my customary 10.
All right. Halifax, we just need you on the combat tracker, please.
It's showing me on there round 1, I think, from the last.
Oh, you need
One.
to close that out and open a new one. At least that's what I think is happening here.
Yeah, because I don't see.
How do I close it out?
There should be a close button. Just says close on it.
There's like a little X in the top right corner of the window.
I got a combat tracker settings.
All right, here, let me do this.
Yeah.
What if I do this? Do you see an
Yeah.
updated one?
Yep.
It could be Foundry being weird too. So, all right,
Yeah,
well,
because
no big deal. Okay. At initiative 3, the Mox is up. Basically coming out of the walls, clearly in hiding. A couple of these creatures appear and begin scuttling towards you guys. What would you like to do?
Well, I am gonna go ahead and target this one first.
Okay.
And I'm going to Gatling gun this fucker. Cool thing. I just I was looking at my character sheet and at Mox's character sheet, and I noticed something real awesome, and it was the talents. I got killer and rapid fire. So killer, I think will happen like if I end up. I don't think it's relevant right now. It's the rapid fire. That one. That's
What does rapid fire do? I'm not familiar with that one.
It says I can fire a pistol or a rifle as a fast action instead of a slow action at the cost of a -2 modification.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, I thought it might be. It sounded pretty insane. So would that apply with my Gatling gun as well?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right.
So
Then,
you can
yeah.
fire it twice a turn? That's disgusting.
One flame.
That's the plan.
Or grenade launcher.
That's. Oh, that's right. There are. Well, there's also. Oh man.
I mean, technically all your weapons count as rifles, because they're under the rifle category in the game. So, yeah, all three of your
Amazing.
weapons count as rifle. All your ranged weapons, I should say.
Okay. Oh, do I know what the range is on grenades for like my grenade launchers? Like what that AOE looks like?
They're regular, like, hand grenades.
Okay.
So about 10
All right. Gotcha.
I don't,
Alright, well, I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know
ahead
why
and
it
pop
shows 2 grenade launchers on your character sheet, because basically you have the one that, it has the multi-chamber, you know, the like the
Okay.
cylinder one.
Yeah.
And it can switch between different grenade types.
Oh, nice. Okay. I think that's what is that what that firebomb ammunition is all about?
Yeah, so you have regular explosive grenades, then you have the fire grenades.
Okay, cool. Well, first things first, I want to shoot at the ones that are close to my friends. I'm gonna go ahead and do the minus. Oh,
Ooh, bullets riddling the wall, but none of them strike the alien. All right,
damn!
second
I
action.
can't push.
No, you
'Cause
cannot.
I don't get a.
Correct.
Right. Gotcha. Well, second action, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that same one. But this should be at a -2. How do I do that? Oh, is it right click?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. That
You gotta actually type -2.
Got it. Oh, that's -20. That's not accurate. All right. Pew 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 pew. There we go.
Okay. So total of 4 damage. Let's see
All
if
right.
that'll do it. It blocks 1. It takes 3 points of damage. It is not dead, and you see acid splashing everywhere. However, no one is in the same zone as it, so it doesn't hit anybody. All right. Mox is done. Halifax is up at initiative 4. What do you want to do?
All right, I will aim at the one that's already injured and try to shoot it with my new rifle.
So I just want to make sure, Angelo, you were shooting this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the one.
So you guys would probably all be in the room because you guys saw what's going on. The Mox just cleared that, and yeah, the alien will say kind of is crawling out of the room, so it shot it, right? So it's close to you guys, but it's not in melee combat. So just we have an idea where everybody's kind of positioned in the room. All right, yeah, go ahead. You can aim and shoot. Ooh, there's the stress again. Well, you burn through another clip of ammunition, but you have a couple stunts here. What do you want to use your stunts for? You have 2 extras. So I'll let you know you can't pin aliens because they don't have stress. They don't understand being pinned. Or if they do, they don't care.
We do know that the last one died by being stepped on, so it probably doesn't have a lot of toughness. So you may be able to just blaze it and be done with it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the rest of the damage.
Okay, so we got 2, 3, 4 damage. Armor piercing. It blocks 1, it takes 3 more, and it drops dead.
Nice.
Six
Yeah, that's
definitely kills it.
Rushing towards you. Rakesh at initiative 4, you're next.
muted. Rakesh, you're muted.
Hmm?
You're muted inside the program.
I think you're muted on Discord.
All right.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, is there anything I can do to, as a forward observer, like increases the Mock's ability to like target and take down an alien? Or
I believe there actually is. I think it's with your spotting scope. Yes, so you can roll observation to assist your sniper's aim. Each success gives a +1 bonus to the shot, as long as neither Marine moves or is attacked.
well, that's the whole thing. I'm gonna give it a shot. So, what I roll? Range combat or observation? You said.
If you want to do the spotting, you roll observation.
Yeah, I'll roll spotting and see if I can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
2. Yeah.
So, assuming the Mox targets, we'll assume this alien right here, you will get 3 bonus dice to that shot.
Right.
Okay, the aliens are up next. You'll notice the aliens are on the initiative track twice because they have a speed of 2. So most alien creatures in the game have a speed of 2 or higher. Every point of speed gives them a full round of actions on the initiative track. So at initiative 9, they will spend a fast action to move into the hallway, and then they will spend their next fast action to move into combat. One of them will go for the Mox. The other one, I'll roll to see who it attacks. I'll do a D3 here. 1 or 2, it'll go for Sarge. 3, 4, it'll go for Rakesh. 5, 6, it'll go for Halifax. Goes for Halifax. This one comes skittering along the ceiling and tries to drop down. And then, on initiative 10, they are in combat, so they will make their attacks. And aliens roll a d6 table, and different aliens have different attack charts. So, because they're weird alien creatures, we can't possibly understand what they're doing. They might do random shit. So let's see what we get. On the Mox, Headbite. Oh, luckily it's on the Mox and not Halifax. The xenomorph opens its outer deadly jaws wide, and the deadly inner jaws lean out, gnashing in anticipation before snapping forwards. The attack has a strength of 9 base dice, damage 2.
Ew.
If it hits, it automatically does a critical injury. It rolled 1 success, so you're taking 2 damage right now, Mox. Please roll your armor. Basically, it crawls on you. It's right in front of you, and its jaw opens up. There's another mouth inside that starts smashing against your faceplate. Okay, you block 1, you take 1 point of damage. The visor cracks a little bit. It's got some incredible force behind it, but it does not get to the juicy insides. Halifax, you are attacked. 3, deadly grab. The beast launches through the air, obviously diving off the ceiling, and tries to grab you. It attacks with 10 base dice, damage 1. If it hits, it drags you to a neighboring zone and dumps you on the floor. If that happens, you drop all handheld items and must make a panic roll. It has 2 successes. So, you have a couple options here. If you'd like, you can give up one of your fast actions for next round to attempt to block, which means you can make an opposed close combat roll. For every success you roll, you block one of its successes. Also, you get to roll armor regardless. So it's a choice of whether or not you want to give up an action for your coming turn.
If you get enough successes, you can totally parry as well. It doesn't happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay, so just make a close combat roll and give yourself a +1 bonus because you've got the shield. Okay, you panic, but you keep it together You have 3 successes. It only has 2. So it jumps down literally on top of you. You manage to get your shield up in time, and it's slashing and trying to grab you. It's like reaching around to try to grab your body and tear you apart, but you manage to basically keep it back. It's still right on top of you, but you are unhurt. You are not grabbed, and it is now Sergeant Greene's turn. So Halifax and the Mox are both engaged.
Yep.
2 of you are in short range, but you are not engaged.
Can I pull Halifax out of combat, or will that open her up to be attacked?
You can use a slow action to do a close combat. If you pass, then you will pull her out of combat. It will not get an attack of opportunity.
All right, let me see if I have any combat skill. 5 dice. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. But
Okay.
if I pull her, like,
All right, let's see what happens. Okay, you got it. I guess technically this should be opposed because it is like trying to grab her. So I will roll. I guess it would probably do about this many dice. Let's see what it gets anything. It has 2 successes. Do you want to push?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'll let you know, in an opposed test, you have to beat it, and only the attacker, which in this case is you, can push. So it can't push because it's an alien, but if it was a human,
Yeah. So I have to get to 3 though, or I have to get to 2?
you have to get 3. If you get 2, it's a tie, nothing happens.
Yeah, I'll push it. Let's see what happens.
A prayer? Nope, but you keep it
Fail,
together.
no stress.
All right, only 2. So you're basically trying to pull it, but this thing is so strong, it's basically holding her in place. You still have a fast action if you want to use that.
All right, fast action. I'm gonna order Rakesh to protect Halifax and not Mox.
Okay.
And so I'll give a order for that.
Give me that command roll, baby. Oh, more panic! Oh no! Okay, here's where it begins. So he has a 10 or higher. In this case, he has an 11, which means his action fails and he doesn't succeed. His successes are ignored, and he gets this. Seek cover. You must use your nest action to move away from danger to find a safe spot. Luckily, you're not engaged, but the stress of all friendly PCs in short range increased by 1. So Halifax and Rakesh, you see the Sarge begin to retreat as he panics, and it is back to the top of the round. Angelo.
I grab Halifax. I go to yell at Rakesh. I'm pulling. I can't get her, and I just I'd freak out and run away.
Yep.
We are leaving!
Protect Halifax! It just runs away.
Okay. So this one's okay. I see the dead thing on this one. So that one's dead. That's So this is
So you got one.
So I got one on me.
Yep.
I do. I also. What are the rules for shooting while I have
If you make an attack,
Yeah.
a ranged attack while you're engaged, it's -3 to the attack roll.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just have to focus on the one that's on me. Since it's on my faceplate, I'm gonna do a close combat attack,
Okay.
which I'm just gonna try to vice grip its thorax. Try
Okay.
to like
Okay. I
rip
dig
in
it.
half.
I dig it.
Here we go. Oh, is this the one that was targeting? Is this the one that I get the? I don't know if it's the same one. The one that
It is, but you're now engaged
I
in
should
melee,
target?
so it doesn't work. It was only for ranged.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Well, here it goes. Close combat.
Okay. 2 successes. Are you dumping your stunt into damage?
I have to. Yeah. That right?
Oh, that's right. That's
As a
right.
Berserker.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do cool stuff like throw it around the room, you can do that, but you can't do anything like super tactical, I guess, is the best way. Like, there's no
So I
pinning,
can't
you know. But if you want to do
Okay.
something like grappling
I'll-
it, you could, because it's melee.
Yeah. Sure. That would be what I would be trying to do. Yeah. I'm gonna try to damage it and grapple it at the same time.
Okay, so 3 points of damage, then 1 to grapple. So let's roll its armor here. Okay, it blocks 1, so it takes 2 points of damage. You see some, I guess, a little bit of acid because you're like crushing it, but you're not using a blade. You're bludgeoning it. So rules is written, it doesn't actually do acid damage. And then you have it grappled, so you basically like pull it off of you. It's like it's trying to scratch at you. The tail is like trying to hit you, but you managed to get it off of you, and now you're like holding it.
All right. And then I think that was a slow action. I think I have one fast action left.
Correct.
I'm going to
Can he save it? From
yeah,
parry?
you know what? I'd like to.
You could save it to parry if
Sorry.
it attacks you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will save it to parry.
Okay.
Sounds awesome. Yeah,
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Halifax, you're up.
Sergeant Rogan.
This thing's basically on top of me, right?
Yeah, you're engaged. If you want to leave combat, you have to make a mobility roll to retreat. If you pass, then you break out of combat with no ill effects. If you fail, it gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll do that. 'Cause
Okay.
there's not much else I can do.
Not with that attitude.
I mean,
All right,
Did they give her a
so
melee
just,
weapon since they gave her a shield or not?
I believe she has a stun baton to start.
I left that in my footlocker. I was too encumbered.
All right.
I was like, I'm not gonna need a stun baton.
You're pulling your best Vasquez impression and fighting the alien in melee combat with a gun. Give us that mobility roll. Let's see what happens. The panic. Oh no! Freeze.
I'm rolling so high.
Frozen by fear or stress. You lose your next slow action. Your stress and the stress of all friendly PCs increases by 1.
Oh, Jesus.
So, your action fails, which means you don't pass the test. You are able to break out of combat regardless, but it gets an attack of opportunity as you turn tail and try to run, and then you realize, like halfway through the step, this is a terrible idea. And that is when the alien takes a chance to strike. With a 2, playing with its prey. The Xeno attacks but not to kill. The target is knocked to the ground and drops all handheld items but takes otherwise no damage. The Xenomorph stands over them, taunting the prey to run so the game can continue. You gain a point of stress and must make another immediate panic roll. Now I will let you guys know, rules is written. There's no limit to how much stress you can get in a turn or how many panic rolls you can make, but I limit it to 2 panic rolls per turn because otherwise the game becomes unplayable at this high stress level. Just increase your stress by 1 in the top right of your corner, and then hit the word that says stress to make a panic roll. Okay. That is not what should happen here. So if you roll... So here's what happens. If you are panicking and you make a panic test, if you roll lower or equal to what you currently are suffering from, it automatically goes up to the next one. So in this case, it's going to go up to 11, which we saw before from our sergeant, is seek cover. Your stress is decreased by 1, Halifax, but everyone else's stress goes up by 1 as you attempt to retreat.
Mine go up by 1 because I'm running away as well, or not?
Yes, because you actually haven't gone yet, so you're still in the room. You see her panicking. So you're not in combat anymore, luckily. It knocks you to the ground. Your shield and your gun go skidding across the floor. You pull yourself up with your other action, and you're getting ready to take off. But you're not engaged anymore. Rakesh, everything is falling apart.
It's fucked.
Everything goes to shit.
What would you like to do with your new 3 stress points you gained before you even got the chance to take a turn?
Oh, I'm level 4. I'm at +6 right now. Anyway, I have an M41, and that's all I need. And so I will open up on this xenomorph over here.
Okay. Just
Does
don't
he
roll
need
any.
to back away, or is he out of spray range?
He's not in combat. He's not engaged yet. He's at short. I guess we can put him here. He's at short range. Yeah, dude, just don't roll any facehuggers. You'll be fine.
Yeah. What could go wrong? Go into inventory and roll the rifle.
Yep. He did it! You're the boy who lived?
So far.
All right, you have a stunt here. What do you want to do? Damage or something else?
I think damage is the way I gotta go with this motherfucker.
All right, 3 damage, armor piercing. It takes all 3. Acid blood shooting everywhere. It looks pretty wounded. It shrieks in pain. And it is now the alien's turn. Well, this one is going to come for you, Rakesh.
Can I, move away a little bit?
Yeah, you can move into another zone, basically. Either into the hallway or one of these rooms.
I'll go in the hallway.
Okay.
Actually, I want to go by Mox. Mox seems safer than where I'm at.
Well, you're still in the same zone as him. Because this whole hallway counts as a zone, so that's not going to do anything. You're still in the same zone as the alien.
What would be the next zone?
Either the hallway or one of the rooms in this room.
All right.
Basically, think each door separates zones.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm going to stay in the hallway, but yeah,
You just want to save your action to block in case you get attacked?
Yeah, if I can do that, yeah. Block is good.
Okay, well, that's exactly what this one's going to do because he just shot it. It doesn't like that.
Block might work.
Yeah. Okay, and the other one's going to keep trying to fight Mox. So Mox, it strikes at you with a lot of dice. It goes with ready to kill. It grabs it grabs the victim with its inner jaws, posed to strike. It rolls, and it gets 0 successes. It tries to grab you, but you're just way too big, and it's trying to set you up for the head bite, but it doesn't succeed. You don't even have to waste your action to block, because it just flails about. Rakesh, let's see if you're as lucky. Okay, it knocks you to the ground, just like it did with Halifax. Unfortunately, you gain +1 stress. You drop your gun, and you must make an immediate panic roll.
Love it.
At least it didn't do any damage, though. You are also seeking cover as the squad is like, fuck this, we're out of here.
I mean, that's
just one drone.
Well, I guess, yeah, because it doesn't do any damage, so you can't actually block this attack. It just knocks you down. Kind of just charges you, basically. Unfortunately, the Xenos have back-to-back activations, and they're both engaged in combat, so they get to go again. Mox. Okay, it's getting a little more aggressive. It's trying to attack you with its tail now. Trying different tactics here. It scores 3 hits, so it's doing a total of 3 points of damage. If you'd
I
like...
could attempt to block.
Yep, you can give up one of your fast actions to block, make a close combat roll. Each of your successes will cancel
Was
out
that
one of its.
that the one that I was holding from the previous round, or did
Yes.
that reset already?
Same
Okay,
one,
cool.
same one, yeah.
All right. So, all right. And what do? I roll a combat score?
Yeah,
You got
just
it.
close combat.
You got it.
All right. Close combat. Here goes.
It's 3! Wow, you block. It's trying to stab the arm that's holding it, and it's not doing anything. And the alien is probably very confused, like, why aren't you succumbing to my poison? The other one on top that's standing above Rakesh, it grabs you. It scores a hit.
Now that one you can block.
Yes, because you did save your action if you want to attempt to block.
True. What do I roll for that?
Close
Close
combat.
combat.
You only need 1 success.
But you might panic.
Oh my god, he's so good at this game! Alright. Now, here's a
I'm
cool
really
thing.
good at D&D.
When you make an opposed close combat roll, you can actually use your stunt to do a counterattack, and basically you can do the base damage. Do you have a melee weapon on you that you could use?
Combat knife.
Okay.
I'm sure I
The
do.
shit.
Yeah, I do. I have a shiv in my fucking forearm,
Oh,
yes.
okay, so it comes at you, you pull the shiv out, and you stab it repeatedly as it comes after you. So
Correct.
you do the base damage of the knife, which is 2. The other stunt, you could push it back. It's probably the best thing you could do right now.
No, I can't do just more damage.
Yeah, you can.
Not with this, because the counterattack is a special thing. You're defending yourself, so you can't do more damage. You can either push it back or knock it prone, basically.
Let's put it on the ground. I want to put it on the ground.
All right, so you drag it to the ground with you, just like in prison. You're shivving a guy, dragging him to your level, and we'll roll the armor for the alien and see what happens.
So gangster right here. That's
It
so
blocks both points and takes no damage.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, shit.
However, Rakesh, you're such a badass, I will let you lower your stress by 1. Because you're like, no, I'm not going to die this way.
This is that seek
That was-
life.
And I'll even let you end your panic. Because there's nowhere to run. It's on top of you.
That's true.
All right, Greene. You
All
have
right.
to run because you're panicking.
Right, so I run away. Whee!
Yep. Just hide
And I
around
can
the
hit
corner.
myself with that the stop panic and stuff.
You could
What's it
take
called?
you could pop
Nap
pull it-
relief or
nap
whatever?
relief and reduce your stress to 0.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And then your panic
Is it-
will end this turn, so we'll get rid of
It'll
that.
immediately end it. Alright, cool.
Boom. And then reduce your stress to 0. Okay. New round. Hopefully the final round. Mox, do your thing.
All right. So, I've already grappled this thing, right?
Yes. Still grappled.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close combat this thing. Could I, since I'm holding it, could I like move over here with like here and smash this motherfucker and with this motherfucker?
Give me a close combat roll. You'll need at least one stunt to smash them together, but if you roll high enough,
Gotcha.
yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, that's what I want to. That's what I'm gonna be aiming for. So close combat, then. Here it goes.
I was really hoping we'd see
Oh.
WWE Mox at some point tonight. Oh no! Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
You still have a fast action.
I think that I did to move. That doesn't count.
No, because you're in the same zone, so it doesn't really
Can he
matter.
use his flamethrower with his fast action because of his gunslinger thing he has?
Yeah, you could. You could shoot it or the one that's next to Rakesh.
Just part of the one you're
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the one that's on Rakesh.
Okay, which gun do you want to use? Grenade
I'm
launcher?
gonna go ahead and.
Yeah.
holding. Rakesh! Why are you so burdened?
Get it till it dies.
All right, if you
I'm gonna
shoot
go-
the one that is fighting Rakesh, it's going to be -2 because he's basically in melee with the thing and you're hitting it with a flamethrower.
It's
Ah. As long as I don't hit.
Right
I
up here,
like-
to me.
If you take the -2, then we'll assume you won't hit him.
All right, I will take the -2.
Okay.
And okay. If I do that, I'll be at a -4 total because I'm using rapid fire to do that.
You can burn the
So
one in your hands.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn the one in my hands.
Well, it's going to be worse actually because you're engaged, so you'll be at -3 for engaged, -2 for your action. You'll be at -5 to hit the one you're
Okay.
fighting.
All right.
You're like
Well-
trying to aim the gun while it's like wiggling around. You know, you're like trying to like get the gun right up to it. So
So I'm trying to calculate like Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the one on Rakesh then.
dude, that's so much cooler. You're holding one by the throat while you're shooting the other one with your offhand.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm into it. Yeah. Let's see where. Oh, I accidentally closed my sheet.
I have a feel I'm about to get doused in acid.
Well, the fire should prevent that.
Ooh,
Should.
range combat. Oh, that's okay. I gotta use the weapon itself.
Correct. Yeah, just right click on the flamethrower and then add the -4.
Okay, incinerator. -4. Oof. -4. Oh, that's -40. No. Yeah. Okay. Pop.
Okay. So that's going to be 3 damage.
All right.
And this particular xenomorph is weak to fire, so its armor is a little less. It takes 3 points of damage. And then on top of that, if it was still alive, which it's not, you would then roll for the fire, because it's lit on fire, and the fire does damage every turn. Rakesh, there's probably some of your beard gets singed as a gout of flame mere inches from you just engulfs the alien. It screeches in pain, and you are assaulted by the stench of burning alien and fizzing acid blood. It doesn't splash you, though, because it's a fire weapon, and it is dead.
Rakesh spends an entire moment, a heartbeat, kind of like looking around and taking in the impossible fact that he's still alive, having, encounter one of these things. And then he starts beating the fire out of his beard and starts cursing at Kikai for getting so close.
Yep. Okay, Halifax, you have to retreat this turn. So we'll assume you retreat into the hallway too. We will end your panic. That's really all you can do this round.
My God, this is amazing.
Okay, Rakesh, your turn.
Can Halifax pull a new weapon because she got disarmed?
Yes. If you have another weapon, you can pull one out.
I do, because
All
I did not leave my pulse rifle behind.
Good man.
I just picked up the other rifle.
With its final clip.
All right, Rakesh, what's
Yes.
going to be?
Just count.
Yeah, I'm gonna take cover behind Mox here and open fire on this Xeno here.
It's going to be -2 because the Mox is currently holding that xenomorph.
Oh, -2 or +2? Because it feels like it should be just a.
Oh no, this thing's
Right.
writhing around. You're probably not trying to hit the Mox, I would imagine.
All right, fair enough.
Unless, if you don't care about hitting the Mox, then you can just do it without the -2.
I truly do not care about hitting the Mox.
All right, if you panic, you will hit the Mox.
Okay, so I just roll range combat.
Yep.
What now?
Okay. Well, you hit the Mox with a full clip as you just unload a clip into the side of it. Mox, you are taking 2, 3, 4 damage. Roll your armor, please.
Oh boy. Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Have you fired a weapon without dumping the clip?
Oh my God.
You take 3 points of damage. Systems are flashing. There's sparks. Couple of the tubes are leaking oil and drugs and shit everywhere.
They're evolving. They're learning how to shoot.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Angelo. I love you.
All right.
Well, I know you do.
Alien on the Mox trying to break free. It tries to knock you down, but that doesn't do anything. All right. Then on its second attack, it goes for the head bite again. Okay. Total of 3 damage coming your way.
Can he parry? Or is he out of parries?
Um,
No, because the fire's flamethrower. Yeah.
Yep.
There was a second action.
Armor.
you take 2
there it
points of
is.
damage.
It's enough. I'm down.
Oh no! It finds the weak spot where it hit you with the mouth before. You guys see the mouth shatters the front of the face guard, and then you hear the squelch. And the last thing you see, Kikai, is this jaw break through the glass and smashes through your face, killing you instantly. And the Mox collapses to the ground, and Kikai is dead. Greene, your turn.
All
You
right.
son of a bitch! I was supposed to kill him.
Well, you actually did by shooting him in the back. All right. So it's
Team
makes you
killing
feel
fucks hard.
Could really use some nap relief, Sarge.
better. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm feeling real panicky.
Or what is it?
Just a fast action to give her the nap relief. That's fine.
All right. I'm gonna give her the drug.
Okay, your stress goes to
And
0.
then I'm gonna move. I'll have to move so I can see where the monsters are at, because where I'm at is,
Yeah.
obviously.
All right, Mox is down. Halifax, time to be the hero.
Your stress and move out. Take your
I'm
stress
not
to
sure why it's showing I'm encumbered, but I'm below the encumbrance on my sheet.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It
Okay.
doesn't affect any of your rolls or anything.
Okay, I will aim at this monster
go for it.
and shoot it.
Oh, there we go. Damage?
Finally didn't burn through a clip. Yeah, I'll put it all into
Okay.
damage.
Do you want to push?
No.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens. That's a nice 4 points of damage. 3 points. What's it at? It is still standing. But it
Damn.
looks fucked up. Blood, acid blood splashes everywhere. Rakesh, can you finish this thing off?
Maybe. Yeah, let me unload on this guy.
Does it need to reload?
Yeah, do I need to reload?
Oh, you
You
did?
go.
Yeah, because you panicked last time.
Well, like you can transition to your handgun because it's a fast action to transition. It's a full action to reload or slow, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Do I have a sidearm?
He said everyone can get sidearms.
Ew. Well, I don't have that on my.
Doesn't mean he took one.
Oh well.
That's true. I don't know. If I'm a foreign observer, I probably would have one, but
Yeah, hit the briefcase, gear, and then weapons. Pistol.
Well, you know what? No, because that gun got unloaded too. Yeah. I just stab it with your knife, bro.
do I not have a service pistol?
Did you take one? You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say I took one, but that's fine. Do I have a fucking thing to stab it with? I don't even think I have that.
Oh, you could shoot the grenade from your grenade launcher on the gun.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so you make a ranged attack. Oh, you shoot the gun. Basically, just fire the gun.
Okay.
And panic, probably.
Grenades do something. Oh my god, that's all you need is one success. So, the grenade lands right at this thing's feet. What a grenade does, it does blast damage. So you roll 9 dice, and for every success you roll, it does a point of damage. We house rule does base damage 1, otherwise it doesn't make sense that grenades don't do damage. So roll 9d6, and it'll do that much damage plus 1.
Okay. 96. Go.
That was d6 plus
Nope.
9.
D6 plus 9.
God damn it.
Click the actual dice 9 times, and then it'll do that.
Plus 1, you said? Plus how many? All right.
No, there's no plus. Just roll the dice. There you go.
Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4? Holy
5
shit,
total.
bro. That is 5 points of damage. I think the alien is probably dead. It is super dead. It explodes in a shower of acid, coating the rubble of the Mox. and it is down for the count.
So, I not only managed to kill an alien, but also my arch rival.
Basically, yeah, you did. You son of a bitch.
He thinks he's a super villain.
Sorry, Angelo. I love you.
So-
that's why you got me invited here, right?
Rakesh is going to be the villain of the next arc of their campaign, I think. But yeah.
So we're at pretty much our time limit that we wanted to go to tonight. So we'll wrap it up with this because that is basically the end of what's going to happen here. So you guys do indeed find Dr. Johannes Vosch in this back area. He is morphing into an egg like some of these other people are. Basically, from his waist down, he is starting to mutate. He is still cognizant enough to speak, but it's very clear that he's in pain. He is able to give you guys the access card for Mother. You guys would eventually find out either from him or searching the logs that he is the one that sent out the distress signal when the base got attacked. And he basically pleads with you guys to get the data off the base. You're able to access Mother and get the data. I will ask this one question.
I have one question.
Yes.
Can I field surgeon Mox or Kai and see if I can save his life? Because I have a talent for it.
When you check the Mox, his skull has been crushed in, and he is a bloody heap. He is very much dead.
I'll still bring him out. I'm going to throw him over my shoulder and take him with me. I'll fire him and carry him.
So, you guys get this data. Do any of you attempt to access or look at any of the data?
Yeah, I mean, while it's downloading or whatever, we'll be reading through stuff. Or I will, while I'm downloading it.
We'll assume you guys probably just take for the lack of a better term, you take the equivalent of the entire hard drive. Because you probably don't want to be down here any longer than you have to be, and you don't want to download it. And they probably would tell you, don't leave anything behind for someone else to find. So you have the physical hard drive. If you want to try to access it, you can to see if there's what's on it. It's up to you.
I think, because at this point we know they're doing experiments with these alien creatures.
Okay.
And they may also be the same stuff from the black goo.
One of you may attempt a Comtech roll to access this, and you can take a +1 bonus from an assist, as we'll say 2 of you are trying to work on this.
I have a +0 to Comtech.
What's your whiz? At the top.
Hold on.
Right under your health stat.
Shit fucking crashed. Hold on.
Rakesh's wits is 4.
Okay, then I'll just go ahead and make the roll then, because I can do it from here.
Okay.
+1, you said?
Yep. Okay. Do you want to push to try to access more information?
Sure. Maybe it'll help out the team.
Okay. Nicely done. 2 successes. So you are able to hack this thing and get access to the data. There's a ton to go through, so you're not able to go through all of it. But the one thing that you do find is you find something called Project Life Force. And when you begin to read what it is apparent to you that it is a bioweapons program where they are attempting to weaponize what they call Xenomorph XX-121. You're also able to confirm that these particular aliens are a version that they have somehow created or bred, and it's codenamed Biodrone. You get a rough idea of what the Xenomorph is, and basically the differences between the original and this one is that these ones apparently have some sort of internal biological clock that once they're deployed, they eventually have a limited lifespan and then they're supposed to die. Because you're able to tell that the original xenomorph these are supposedly from is way too aggressive to be used as a bioweapon, and they're trying to find ways to alter it to use successfully. And this appears to be the results, or at least progress of that. You can tell there's a lot more, but with the limited amount of time you have and only 2 successes, that is what you are able to find and confirm.
Okay.
You're not able to find specifically who's running this project, if it's UA or the Marines or Weyland Yutani or whoever.
Well, it's a Wayland base, isn't it?
But you know, you're not able to find names of like who's involved in the project, but you do confirm there is a project called Project Life Force, and it is a bioweapons program trying to weaponize this thing called a xenomorph.
Okay. I'll of course I'll let my team know. But I'm also gonna inform the other squad leader whenever we get to wherever when they wake up.
Okay.
Of what's going on, what we found, the whole thing. Just give them a debrief on it because they were sleeping through it.
Do you also inform the other NPCs in your squad, or just the player characters that were here?
Yeah, while they're here, I'll be reading it out loud as I'm going through it, like Life Force, blah blah blah.
Yeah, we'll assume you do this on the dropship on your way back.
Yeah, that's what I assume when I'm flying back up.
Okay.
Just a
Hey guys, check
quick
this
question.
out. These things are like being used by weapons by, I'm guessing, Wayland, because that was a Wayland scientist, right? That we got the card from.
It was a Wayland base, yes.
Yeah, and I mean the scientist that had the card and told us that he's the one that called for help or whatever.
Yeah, you would you'd find it in the communications logs that he was the one that.
Well, no, he told us that he called for help or whatever.
Yeah, either way, either he would tell you or you find it.
Yeah, so I'll share it with the team. I'm not gonna hide it from them.
Chris, I'm gonna peace out, man.
No worries, we're pretty much at the end here. So, sorry for all the technical difficulties, guys, listeners, but thank you for sticking with it and playing along. It's been a blast. Tony, as always, thank you for your patronage. Matt, as well, thank you for joining the Brood. Appreciate it. And Tim, it's great to see you again, man. Great to play.
You as well.
And Angelo, welcome to the family, as we say. So, our first actual death of the campaign. It's sad, but it couldn't have been more epic. So, and with Rakesh getting there, that was pretty cool. So, all right. Well, we are out for tonight, folks. We will see you next week. We'll be back with Cerberus Squad, and we'll be back to the main campaign. So, we will see you same time, same place. Signing off.